Happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Greetings and salutations, one man show. Who's got the little Mohawk bird going again? Nice. Good to see you, man. Yo, just for so you know, we didn't really end up talking about we just ended up hanging out for most of last night. I got three instead of five. I got three weed related articles covered. One of which was the effects of like it has on inflammation, and another one was on was the vaping, at least particularly vaping, its effects on inflammation. You can see the links. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. We did miss you and Catherine though. I hope you're feeling better, man. How's your face and your arms doing? Tina, good morning, Tina. Wow, it's so cool to see you here so early. Aiken, dude, what's up, dude? Man, show, good day, good day. Hey, come on, you piece of shit, quit lagging on me. So what's up, Stacy? I don't see Selena yet in this intro. Surprise, surprise. I could put Selena in there, but I feel like Jessica Alba has the right tempo and speed with her little dance, whereas Selena's a little bit faster because her music, at least when I've seen her dancing, she's a little bit faster. I could slow her down, I guess, using the power of computers. Howdy, Aiken, man. Good to see you. Hey, Laszlo Panaflex. Welcome to our show, amigo. Shrooms are a new, interesting topic I'm looking at too. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be talking about shrooms. I was going to be talking about them yesterday, but y'all know how yesterday went. Let me see. Today, my dispensary had a Mario theme for 420. Badass, but I think they should have capitalized on the mushroom part of it. They can't, though, is the issue. But soon, once we get more of these studies about mushrooms, the problem is once we start to better understand the effect that mushrooms have on our brains and on our mind and all that stuff, and how it can really help us, a lot like that, and weed and industrial hemp would just completely upend our current medical system, like of treating people's misery and then giving them things to treat the side effects of the treatment, and then just the snake eating its own tail just goes round and round. But that's the thing with that's why I think we're seeing a very slow progress on this stuff, because they can't halt the progress. They can't halt it. Scientists are going to do a study and go, hey, look what I found. Well, now someone has to check that guy's work, and they're going to find the same thing. And then, well, now people want to see more. You can't stop the progress, but you can slow it the fuck down. Shit, it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. What's up, Shadow Band man? How you doing, brother? Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Gotta grab some beers for this. All right, rock and roll. I actually gotta go tomorrow. I gotta go grab me some beers because I'm gonna be on Shenanigans on Saturday. So, or I guess I could go on Saturday. Yeah, that works. Also, Mario goes around breaking bricks with his head, but not many people know that those brick blocks are humans that were turned into blocks. So he's just stealing their coins. Like, why does the money fall from the bricks? Why does this brick have a face? I sent someone a meme. Treat your girl like a princess, and then I after that I sent a little gif of Mario saying hello. uh, Thank you all for showing up, dropping some likes, and hanging out and stuff. Let me get to some BS here on the Instagrams. Some shenanigans, some cute animals, some fun. Howdy, Geek Hero Bubba. Also, Mario goes already. Oh, my bad. I read that already. A fun fact, everyone. This is a new woman in the chat. A woman on the internet. That's right. She's awesome. She's awesome. She's been on my game show. A lot of fun. We're hanging out earlier, and then I had to come and get this shit ready. So treat your girl like a princess by having her get kidnapped by a turtle. Not even a ninja turtle, just like a fat turtle. uh so Let me see. Where am I starting? Where am I starting with this? Where did I leave off last night? I got bitch out of the way, the cute dog. I think I did the Mike Tyson bit. Did I do the thing? The meteorologist calling his family in the middle of a show, in the middle of reporting the news. Look at this shit. This shit is heartwarming. But before I warm your heart, oh no, the last thing I did was this one. That's right. This is where I left off on the Instagrams yesterday. Was like rap then versus rap now. Yeah, that shit was funny. But today I'm gonna start off with this. When you hear that free market creates inequality, look at this shit. Look at this big motherfucking gap. That's North Korea, y'all. That is North Korea. It's gonna rewind right now, so I'll pause it when it rewinds. Boom. That tiny little glint of light, these little pockets of light, are rich people. This is the capital, clearly. But like everything else is just darkness. So when you hear about Sun shit, what's her name? The girl that escaped, the woman that escaped South Korea or North Korea, sorry. The woman that escaped North Korea. When you hear her talk about how she was living in some little shit ass town on the outskirts of nowhere, and in the distance she could see lights. That's why there won't no lights there to see otherwise. The only lights are she's lucky she lived on the border. She's lucky she lived on the border. But anyway, check this shit out. This is heartwarming right here.
Oh, this is going to go right over my house. So very close to my house, which again is in the Chevy Chase area, Bethesda area. This is along Wisconsin Avenue as well. So heads up if you live along Massachusetts or Wisconsin Avenue. Kent, you there, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, hey man, I want you to get down in the basement. We got a tornado warning. All right, so I want to make sure you and Callie get downstairs as soon as you can. Okay. Yeah, get down there right now. Get in the bedroom down there, and just kind of wait for like 10, 15 minutes. Okay. Do it now. All right, thanks, buddy. All right, so that was just, got to warn my kids because I know where my kids are doing right now. They're probably online gaming, and they're not seeing this. So we have a tornado warning. Hopefully they saw it on their phones. Many of us got it on our phones. In the newsroom, I heard the phones go on, going to go.
He does such a great job transitioning. That's what I loved about that. He's like talking in the news. He's like doing his job, and then he's like, yo, son, go do this shit right now. There's a tornado coming. All right, peace. See, I did that because he fucking explains everything. They're probably not paying attention. Most of us got on our phones, and then he just seamlessly slides right back into the news, right back into the tornado warning. That's fucking gangster. That was some good shit. That guy killed it. I love that he stopped to call his family, and then on top of that, the skill of bringing it back around. That was fantastic. That guy earned his job. Let me see. Brahma Bull, hail! Brahma Bull, the people's champion. Did you do how rap then had SAT words in it, while rap now has little bitches singing it? That wasn't particularly the point, the purpose, but it was making fun of the modern little bitches that can't rap at all. You don't even know what rap is. Yeah, definitely. I could always put a link. Hold on, I'll put a link to this. I'll put a link to this post in case anyone wants to see the full post, because like the music might. I mean, I didn't get a copyright for it yesterday, but I did get a copyright for Rock and Roll McDonald's. I did get a copyright claim for that. This is rap now. All right. The link is in the chat if you want to check out that post from Rap Then versus Rap Now. But yeah, Rock and Roll McDonald's. I was like, the Rock and Roll McDonald's should be fine. That shouldn't get me a copyright claim. Oh, but it did. I didn't remove it though. I didn't remove it. Fuck that. I also got a copyright claim a few weeks back for that video of the dude that punches the kangaroo in the face to save his dog. He comes out there, pop, and the kangaroo's like, The fuck? I got a claim for that one too. So those are the only two recently that I've got something for. But I took the risk with Wesley Willis. It's worth it. It's worth it. Base is better. Thanks for asking. Stopped using cold packs. Oh, nice. Good. Swelling isn't as severe. Forearms don't hurt, or rather, they don't exceed my pain tolerance. Bruising is aggravating, though. Yeah, it's understandable. That must be a pain in the ass. The North Korea defector, was her last name Kim or Park? Park. It was Park. I just couldn't remember her first name. Did he not know about this before the broadcast? Well, he was probably made aware of it. Like, so tornadoes, sometimes they get a warning. Not really. They don't get like an hour warning. You know, he gets up there to do the news, or they're like, oh, hey, we've got a tornado warning. So let's go to the news. Like, okay, news guy goes up there, or the weather guy goes up there. He gets ready. Okay, good. Got the thing ready. Okay, yeah, good to go. Mic's set. All right. And then he sees it on the map, and he's like, that's my house right there. Okay. Like, they don't necessarily know. They don't have very much advance warning. It's not like a hurricane. You see this motherfucker coming, like, oh, shit. There's a bigger one coming. Nah, tornadoes don't fuck around like that. Tornadoes just show up like uninvited guests. So we probably saw him learning the information as it was presented to him. And then he zooms in. That's why he zoomed in, to be like, is that my house? Yes. This is right on top of my house. So, Geek Hero Bubba. I live in Oklahoma. I know my way around a tornado warning. This is a good father. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's why at first I love that he's calling his kids. And then I love that the clip goes on after that to show him bringing it back around to the news. He's like, most of us got us on the phones, but I know kids, they're probably over there playing video games, not paying any attention. So you gotta let people know. But yeah, man, that was commendable, respectable even. That's a better word. I don't know why I said commendable. It was respect. That was mad respect to that guy. California tornado is just an Uber Eats order away. I hear, like, I've seen dust devils like out here in the desert. That's about it. It's like not even 100 feet tall. Yeah, maybe like 100 feet tall is probably the biggest one I've seen. I've seen it whip across the freeway. I've seen it just chilling in the desert, just like walking around in circles, like it doesn't know where it's at. It's like, where am I? I was supposed to be a tornado. I'm in California. Oh man, I got lost. Yeah, Catherine's playtime has been curbed. What does that mean? It is really fascinating how things change when I can't fully use my... Oh. She tried to fill the gap, and the result was more bruising, not fun. See, you're not the only one suffering, one man show. Catherine is suffering. She wants you to get better for you, but she's realizing there's a little more to it. But yeah, right? As soon as they're like, I remember one time my back got fucked up. Like, I used to like lean against the back of my desk, like in high school. Like, we had those desks where you sit down and you have like the desk in front of you, and then one side of the desk has like the wooden armrest. And so the wooden armrest, like, I would turn sideways and I would lean over the wooden armrest to crack my back. And one time I did that and it fucked something up. And I said, oh, what the fuck was that? And then my back hurt the rest of the day, to the point where my girlfriend had to help me home. Like, I was in pain. But my girlfriend, she needed to get hers. And I was a teenager, so I was like, you know what? I can swing it. It's fine. I just won't move my back around. It's all on the hips. And I did it. It worked out. You got about 15 minutes to get the hell out of Dodge. Oh, with tornadoes? Yeah. Yeah, you don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of heads up when it comes to a tornado. I am tempted to take these restraints off when I'm awake. They're rather snug and uncomfortable. Not cutting off circulation snug, but it's like having someone holding my wrists in firm grips. You know what? I think, okay, so if you broke your forearms, one man show, let me caution you against that, because while we have a single bone that goes here, from a ball and socket shoulder to the what's it called, hinge joint in the elbow, our forearm is not built that way. Our forearm is two bones that link up like this. And so you've got one here and one here, and that's why your arm can twist the way it does, even though your elbow is a hinge joint. So it does this. So these bones are constantly twisting when you're twisting your arm. That's why they have the restraints to like keep you stationary. So the thing is, you would be risking, even if it's a hairline fracture in your forearms, you risk twisting that into a full break. So I would caution you there, but you do what you think is best. You follow your gut, and if you may need to take them off, I understand, but be careful when you do. Be careful how you move your arms, because that's how our arms work. So like you can even feel it. You can feel it if you like feel down here and do this and feel up here. Like you can feel the bones. You might be able to, I don't know. Hold it in the middle. You can feel them twisting. So right down here it stays stationary. Your muscles are pulling one way or the other. So be careful with taking off those restraints. Good morning or evening. You're right. That's a good point. I could say good morning for all the people that are not in the United States who are here. I usually just say hello, so never mind. It doesn't matter. But yeah, good evening, Dwayne Erickson, and of course Rita, since I know you're listening. Catherine is fine. Painters finished their job, and there's not even a hint of bruise on her. I am very careful when it comes to that kind of activity. She is far more enthused. Ah, I got you. Yeah, as guys, we have to be. That's the thing. As guys, we have to be careful, because we just laying on a girl, we could crush her. Whereas girls can go ham. Women can go nuts, and like it's not a big deal. Because we're guys, like we can take it. We're big. They can tackle us and we budge maybe. So I have decent knowledge of anatomy. I know. Oh, okay. Well, most people don't. So that's why I thought it might be responsible at least to caution you about it. But yeah, so let me pull up some more of this madness. These motherfuckers. Yo, this shit is dope. I want a towel, but they're not on sale anymore. I guess they're like a limited run kind of thing, which is lame. But I would settle for a towel blow up thingy for the pool. Yo, watch this.
Trump or Biden?
Type of dumbass question.
Trump or Biden?
If you say Trump, you would bitch, your mama gonna fall down the flight of stairs. Biden.
Why?
So you racist?
I'm not racist. I'm just wondering why.
Right now.
I'm not down for that. Trump or Biden?
Type of dumbass question.
This bitch literally had nothing to say when he asked her why. She's like, "Well, you racist?" Like, why? That's all he asked her. Like, why? He just asked her to explain her answer. She's such an aggressive bitch that her answer wasn't even before she even said Biden. She's over here running her mouth. But okay, I'm gonna contrast that with this adorable chicken. I'm gonna turn off the music though. Look at this guy. Oh, look at this guy snuggling up. What the fuck? So damn cute. So yeah, there you go. I ain't gonna give you that ugly, horrible person without giving you some cuteness. Rita is here, and we have our super our supper being heated up tonight. After you completely forgot it yesterday. Nice. She doesn't know that Biden said they were too dumb to fill in a voting form. Well, she's too dumb to like be informed or know shit, watch the news, etc. So yeah, she doesn't know shit. Come on. Yeah, that sounds cute. It looks legit too. Was this? Oh yeah. I feel sorry for the hypnotist I saw last night. He hypnotized 7 guys, then dropped the mic on his foot and yelled, "Fuck me. What happened next will haunt me for the rest of my life." All right. I'm turning off the music here, but it's fucking great music. This dog is like, "What in the fuck?" And he's had enough. He's had enough of this shit. Look at him looking all suspicious. Oh, I can full screen it. He's looking back all suspicious, like, what the hell's going on? These 4 motherfucking turkeys mobbing up on him. This dog's from the hood. He says, no, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Hail out to Stephen Welton. How you doing, man? Chicken, you're not gonna eat me, right? Oh, that chicken isn't even thinking about that. Hey, what's up, kitty bear? I picked a bad game to play. Control has me doubting my sanity. Control, oh man. I have Control ready to go. I haven't got to play it yet. I went to open it up. When I did go, I was like, I'm gonna play some Control. My motherfucking Epic install was fucked up, and I had to uninstall and reinstall. That shit happened again recently. I haven't reinstalled Control yet because I had to undo everything. I reinstalled Fortnite because I play with people, but man, all right. I got to, let me know how you like Control because I'm gonna jump into it too, but I haven't. She doesn't. Oh yeah, chicken. Let me see. That cat was molested. How dare that sunflower? The cat was laying back, legs open, just like watching, like, yeah, dance for me, baby. Yeah, shake that booty. Play that saxophone. Shake it. Damn, those turkeys look thick. Yeah, right? And they look like they were up to some shit, too. Look at these motherfuckers. Look at these motherfuckers. Look. They're mobbing up, they're staying close. They're making this dog nervous. They even sped up right there. Look at that. Homeboy sped up right there. Watch. He speeds up. Nope. Stops. No, we're not up to nothing. This dog don't trust him. He's no, I'm sick of this shit. All right. This one's fucking funny. I love this. Is so cute. He straight up spits that shit out like, okay, I was happy to get this treat. Fuck this. I want that. I want all of those. Fucking dogs, dude. It's like the little moments like this that you see so much personality and cognition that people take for granted with dogs. Like, fuck this shit. What's this one? Oh yeah, y'all want to see an old lady do a keg stand?
Ready? Tim got it.
Here we go.
Get it ready. Everybody ready? Tim got it.
Y'all ready? Here goes.
Motherfucking mute. I love that she puts her hands up like, yeah. Quick stand, kit, sand. How you doing? What? Good to see you, man. I'm still gonna call you Wook from time to time because I like how it sounds. I can't. I mean, I guess I could call you Quickie or Kiki. I don't know. It don't work though. It don't work the same. It ain't the same as calling you Wook. Let me see. You can play Control without using the Epic launcher. Use the launcher to install, and then use the game executable to play without. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. I forgot about that. You know what? It's because I always delete the shortcuts. I get tired of that shit. I'm like, fuck shortcuts. But that's a good point. I'll have to put it somewhere accessible for myself. At Turkey Game are the rivals to the Good Feathers. Dude, I used to love the Good Feathers. They were so great. I didn't even understand the reference. I mean, I knew the reference kind of, but I didn't know the direct reference, like the movie, The Goodfellas and shit. I just knew it's like, it's the mobsters, you know. Oh, it's the mobsters that I see on TV and stuff. And if you want to play the controller on PC, if you want to play with controller on PC, install Steam, then add the game executable as a non-Steam game, and the controller works. Oh, is it better with controller? Thanks for the tip there. Is it better with controller? Because I've got a controller hooked up. Where is it? Oh, it's up here right now. That's right. Because I was trying to install a Cintiq that my friends gave me, but I think I'm gonna need a converter to plug it into my graphics card. I tried plugging it into the default connection that it has for it, but wouldn't work. So very cool dog. Yeah, right? Excuse me. And that's how they placed her in her coffin the next day. Yo. And then of course today we had this Mike Tyson story. That was fire. I loved it. Social media, my bad. This is Mike Tyson talking. Social media made you all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson catches troll lacking on plane. Troll lacking. What? On plane for calling him a peasant? Yeah, he straight called them peasants. He called these guys peasants. I loved watching that ass whooping. And then his stupid face after, he looked so sad. He was like, well, that's the wrong one. He was like, looked all pouty and shit. That's too good. But yeah, this guy, look at him. Anyone acting like that, you know it's bullshit. If someone's ignoring you like that when you're trying to talk to them nonstop, you're cruising for a bruising, baby. Cruising for a bruising. All right. Ah, man, there's too many good ones. There's still some good shit here. All right. Look, watch, keep your eyes, watch carefully here. Watch carefully here.
What is going on here? Come on, man. She ain't had no real ones in her circle to let her know her butt pads is uneven. Man, she thought she was killing the game out here on the dance floor with the lavish dance moves. But them booty pads was like, nah, man, we ain't seeing eye to eye. The booty pads was like, hey, man, we on strike, man. You go high, I go low. But we damn sure ain't gonna be even. Man, now as a man, I can see not really saying anything about the uneven butt pads because I would feel uncomfortable as a man telling a woman, hey, your butt pads is loose. And then what if they ain't really booty pads? Because y'all know me, man. I don't want to make the wrong assumption. And then it's like, you know, I'm not wearing booty pads. I'm like, well, I think Rihanna's pregnant. I don't even know, but I'm not sure. But I want to say she is trying to change herself. Listen, y'all care about me for real.
Look at those booty pads. That shit, as soon as I saw that, reminded me of this right here.
I said what in the butt. I said what in the butt. I said what in the butt. I said what in the butt.
It was in-game. Oh, let's see. Hold on. That's how they play certain. Okay. Control has in-game auto-aim cheat. You can turn on. It makes it real easy. Lame. Haven't used it, but I like playing with controller because my mouse still hurts my pinky / little finger. Oh, what? It hurts your pinky finger? What happened? How is it? Is it? Why? Why does that happen, man? If you don't mind sharing. He looked that sad because he was about to faint. It also kind of looked set up with the guy holding the camera. Oh, what? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the dude with Mike Tyson? Nah, that shit wasn't set up. The guy filming it was, you know what? That guy is not his friend, because instead of telling his friend he needs to chill the fuck out, you might want to shut the fuck up. I think you're pissing off Mike Tyson over there. You might want to shut your mouth. Stop it. He's straight up saying in the video. Let me see if there's audio here. Watch this.
This is George talking to Mike Tyson, bro. This shit crazy, bro. Mike Tyson. My dog done
Listen
got
here.
lit, man. He over here rapping with Tyson. Mike Tyson trying to give us some shrooms. You don't know how to act. Tyson looking out.
Right there. He says he don't know how to act. Yo, so you know your friend's fucking up. And instead of telling him, he's just filming him. And then later on, after he gets his ass whooped, he's like, I don't know what happened. Yeah, you do? The fuck you what? What was that comment? You don't know how to act. You know what that means? It means you're treading dangerous waters, dog. You're on thin ice. You're about to get the smackdown. Like Mike Tyson's about to do his impression of The Rock. If you smell what he's cooking. But yeah, I haven't managed to finish any of the emergency quests to pop up. Failed all so far. The amount of times I died is insane. Oh, nice. The game also has God mode cheat in game. Haven't used it because the mouse has a weird edge on which I place my pinky, so I can lift the mouse. The edge presses into the tip of my finger. Oh, that is weird. What kind of mouse do you have? I got the Logitech. I got the standard like gaming mouse. Oh, I guess it's a little bit see-through. Well, anyway, I got the like standard. So this is pretty ergonomic. You can hold it, and that's my pinky right there. Nothing digs in nowhere. I can lift the mouse, but I generally lower the sensitivity on games, so I get better aim. All right, I'm gonna pull up a couple more of these, and then we'll move on to articles and shit. Because this one was pretty funny watching this girl get like just acting a fool.
Bye-bye.
Wow, it's so quiet.
Come back, man. Come back. Come back. Give me the paper again. Count one will be 10,000.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
So he ups, I think, her bail to 10,000. And then it bleeps him out right here. She flips him off and curses at him.
Come back again.
Not the right reaction. Clearly,
Come back again.
he's gonna escalate it if you escalate it.
I believe I heard you saying to.
So now she has
Did
30
you
days
say-
in court. I mean, jail. 30 days in jail.
Did you say that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you did say that? I find you in
Did you say that? Yes, sir.
30 days in the county jail. Bye-bye.
Yeah, 30 days in county jail, this motherfucker. All right, that is the last one. This is the last memes and BS.
Ho ho, here I come, bitch. Yeah, take a good look. Look at that. You see that? That's 100% me there, all bird. Yeah, go ahead, take a picture if you want. I don't give a shit. You guys made a big mistake letting me out of there. You see that shit? Unbelievable.
Motherfucker's big.
I am so. Oh, every time. Are you filming? Unbelievable.
Oh, what is this? Sorcery! Sharon, there's an entire world down here! Oh my god! Oh, I'm going in, Sharon, I think I see it! Woo!
Oh my god. How long have I been in there? What year is it, Sharon? What mere seconds for you has been years for me. The battle of the... Oh! The lynxes, they're taking me back! Oh!
Ho ho, here I come.
All right. I guess we're pretty good on this stuff right now. But oh man. So the booty one, that's the one that gets me. That's the one that gets me at this chick. First of all, ladies, don't do the booty pads. Don't do the booty pads. Like, she looks fine as it is. She doesn't need the booty pads. But then she went and got the booty pads. And this what happens? Nah. And if you do see a homegirl dealing with that shit, pull her aside. Let her know. Let her know. All right, I'll save these for later. But wee. But yeah, if y'all could, I don't know how many we got here right now. If y'all like this, I know some people done come in. So if you like the stream, share it out. Let people know where you're hanging out this evening. Where we at? Because the mouse weird edge. Oh yeah. Where's the Lord telling her to shut the fuck up? It's not. She's not like on trial. She's already like. I think it's when they're trying to determine if she gets to get out sooner or whatever. I don't know what the fuck it is, but that's not a trial right there. So that's why. DM you a picture of the mouse on Discord. Oh, okay, Discord. Oh shit, I keep forgetting about Discord. Let me open up Discord. What is on the agenda for tomorrow? Catherine is on the phone asking. Tomorrow we're talking about Atlantis. Is Catherine into Atlantis? Oh, you got one of these mice. You got one of these mice. Oh, I see. So your hand, the thing in the corner here. Okay. Is it pink too? I ain't gonna share it, but okay, I can see that. How is the mouse? Is it good? I hope it's good. What year was it that Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear? I think it was 1995. Evander versus Holyfield. Mike Tyson versus Holyfield. Oops, sorry. Tyson versus Holyfield. Oh, was that a year? 1996, 1997. Okay, which one was it, Internet? It looks like 1996. All right, so that's the same year Tupac died. I didn't know if it was before or after, but I didn't think it was in the same year. 96? It looks like. It says, let me see with 97. What year did Tyson fight Holyfield? 97. Oh, okay. So it was in the rematch. It was 1997 that happened. So it was after. It was the year after. I was right. Haha. Calm down, green screen. What's wrong with you? Get it together. All right. So yeah, 97. One man show already got it, I guess. Hey, Arlene. Good to see you. Welcome back. Justin Proper. I'm about to fall asleep soon. Have a great live stream. Human Spirit Guide. Thank you, amigo. Muchas gracias. Que duermas con los angelitos y que no te molesten los monstruos. Si te molestan los monstruos, ten un cuchillo listo. Un machete. Hasta luego, amigo. Cuídate. Internet is squirrely as heck, so I may not be here long. Aw, I'm sorry about your internet. That's really lame. I mean, maybe a restart, because sometimes that helps me when my internet's just acting up. A restart my router or my computer. But oh, she's on probation. That makes sense. Wearing headphones. Wearing headphones because, or else she can hear me loud and clear. Mike Tyson is selling ear-shaped edibles called Mike Bites. That'd be funny. Yo, if he did that, that'd be hilarious. But I think he's kind of where he's at, like spiritually, he's just past all that stuff. Doesn't want to like relive it or talk about it. probably one of the worst questions you can ask him is about that. But yeah, the slogan is it tastes better than the real thing. 1997, yeah, June. Gotcha. Don't remember the specific date. Makes you feel old. I've been married 7 years. I'd been married 7 years. Oh man, yeah, I was a kid, and I didn't know shit about boxing. I didn't know who Mike Tyson was. I guess he'd been in jail or something. But my friends were like, "Who do you think is gonna win?" I was like, "I don't know who either of these two guys are." And all the adults, like all the adults were there. My family had cable, so we were all in our house, like watching shit. And I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, I don't know either of these guys. And then shit went crazy, and I was like, damn, this shit got wild. Catherine says Atlantis way more interesting than weed. We ended up just hanging out most of last night, but I hear you. That's understandable given your guys' inclinations and region and whatnot. But yeah, we're talking Atlantis tomorrow. I'm gonna have a couple guests too. I have no clue what he just said, but whatever. Oh, what did I just say? Did I robot? Or did I not make any sense? Charter is having outages in this entire area. Ugh. Lame. I remember I was up late working one time, and my internet died, and I was trying all my troubleshooting. I was doing all this shit. This is bullshit. It must be the cable company. I called the cable company. And the guy's like, all right, yeah, let me see. Let me look into it. Yeah, it looks like you should be good. Oh, let me check things, yada, yada. And then he says, oh, it looks like they're doing some maintenance in your area. So you're going to be cut off for a couple hours. There's no internet. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just they choose these late night hours because most people aren't online. But then it hits guys like you and me. I was like, oh, man, for real? All right. So, yeah, that happens. That sucks. As I remember, the Mike Bites is a real thing. Oh, it is? Oh, shit, that's funny. Ah, man, Mike Tyson kicks ass. It's true. Check the internet. He's selling Mike Bites. Ah, Mike Bites. Oh, shit, Mike Bites. They're the little gummies. And they have... Oh, shit, I got to share this. I gotta share this with you guys. For anyone that hasn't seen it, check out the Mike Bites. Look, they got the little top of the ear bitten off. The little top, so they're all ears, but like the little top of it's already chomped off. That's fucking great, dude. Somebody put a side by side. This is so good. That's so good. Oh, man. That's some good shit. Thank you guys for bringing that to my attention. I'm going to have to order me some of those. There is an article with the title, Mike Tyson is selling ear-shaped edibles called Mike Bites. Oh, man. That is fucking... Okay. Mike Tyson selling Mike Bites. Oh, I didn't know that. Hold on, y'all. Look at this shit. This would have been perfect for yesterday. Because they're cannabis-infused edible gummies. They're not even regular gummies. I thought it was just candy, but no, they're marijuana-infused. They're cannabis-infused in the shape of ears. Oh, shit. They're cannabis-infused gummies. I was going to try to order some on Amazon. Guess not. I got to see if anyone around me's got them. Okay, I've got a reason to go to a dispensary again. Instead of going through my plug. That's fucking funny. If you were given the opportunity by aliens to travel, explore, and learn all the secrets of the entire universe, but you won't be back for 70 years, but you'll only age 5 years, would you take it? Hell yeah, I'd take it. Hell yeah, I'd take that shit. I'd ask them if they could kindly erase my like student loan debt or something so no one else gets stuck with it. But yeah. Yeah, I'd take that. That'd be dope. I actually copy pasted the title. Nice. I feel like I've asked this question before. No, your other question was different. It was like, who are the 5 people you would take with you on such a trip? I was doing shipping labels for tomorrow's shipping. Sucks rocks. Oh, man. That's a bitch. Like, yeah. You just got to go through when print all those bitches out. Catherine says, talking about weed to me is like being shown a photo of Haagen-Dazs ice cream. It makes me want some, but I know I shouldn't. Well, I mean, shouldn't is pretty subjective. If sometimes it's nice to have some ice cream. Shit, I've got ice cream in the freezer. Ice cream. It's like triple fudge too. I could play a clip and get me some ice cream. No. I got cookies. This should be good. Cookies will take care of me. I don't need ice cream. I actually already had some ice cream today. But I love where Catherine's head is at. I like that she is about it. And it wasn't pictures of weed. We weren't showing pictures of weed. That's odd. I don't think I could gnaw on ears. Atlantis Origins. Julian May wrote a quadrilogy. Is that what they're called? 4 books? Oh, shit. A tetralogy, 4 for tetra, also known as a quadrilogy. Oh, okay. It's a compound work that is made up of 4 distinct works. I like tetralogy better than a quadrilogy. Tetralogy. Interesting, though. Learn a new word. Atlantis Origins. Julian May wrote a quadrilogy where humans can time travel 6 million years ago, and they find tall blonde aliens that X-breed with humans. Yep. You know what's funny? It's actually looking like more or less that's part of our human history. That's kind of how our history works. Cro-Magnon. Is that right? Yeah, Cro-Magnon was the first modern, anatomically modern human. We're going to talk about some of that today. This out of Africa being BS. That's one of the articles. So the first one with a chin, which is a sign of domestication. And also, it's the only human with Rh negative blood. Every other human was Rh positive. Neanderthals didn't even have an Rh negative recessive. They weren't even Rh negative recessive carriers. Rh negative came from Cro-Magnon. So they evolved, they were on a separate evolutionary track than the other pre-humans. And if you trace our genomes, the X and Y, the X being female, the X chromosome is a lot more akin to other early humans, not so much to Cro-Magnon. So, yeah, Julian may know what the fuck he's talking about. Travel to the past 6 million years ago. I got you. 6 million, I think, is a little far. That's a little far. Like, it's looking like 35, because 35,000 years ago ish, around there, is when Cro-Magnon shows up in the fossil database. So 6 million is a bit much. How could anyone possibly learn all of this? But then again, if they were aliens, they might have already existed by then. How could anyone possibly learn all of the secrets of the entire universe in only 5 years? Well, I mean, you don't need to learn all the secrets, but you could get the important ones out of the way. I'd 100% do it, says Aiken. Yeah, right? I wonder if the dispensary has an edible gummy bussy. I mean, bunny bus. I think you can get, like, chocolate assholes. Like, chocolate, like, puckered up assholes. You can buy those for people. They're not even cannabis infused. They're just chocolate assholes. Not relaying that to her. No stores open at this time of night. A craving would drive her nuts. If she doesn't have ice cream at home. All right, that's understandable. Good on you, One Man Show. And good thing you've got me in headphones instead of speaker, huh? Because then she would have been like, "Oh, did he say ice cream and that I should have some?" You know what you scream is? Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. A kick in the nuts and you scream. Crossbreed, the X stands for cross. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, got you. So they crossbreed. That timeline is fucked up though. 6 million years? Nah. You know, screaming that happens. I do cry for a good while though. Holy crap, what? What'd I do or say? I run my mouth a lot, so I don't know what I said. A lot of people make fun of the snow ancient. A lot of people make fun of the show Ancient Aliens and everyone on it, but I am beginning to think that a lot of it isn't that far off the mark. Yeah. Some of the things are a little bit. The thing is, there are things that like might be just genuine human ingenuity or technology. Like we might have had lost technology, you know, but there's definitely some credibility to the ancient alien stuff, especially when you look at all the different cultures around the world that have similar iconography, similar symbols, similar like depictions of spaceships, little golden toy planes. I was raised to be very quiet as a child. Did that change, or did you keep it going? I was very quiet. I wasn't raised to be. I was just quiet. And people were like, "Stop mumbling. I can't hear you. Speak up." Now I'm loud. Everyone's like, "Shh. We're in a tiny little room. You don't need to yell." Like, I'm not yelling. This is my normal volume. One Man Show. I wouldn't know. No one ever has kicked me in the nuts the right way. I do know slipping on a bar and hitting my nuts on it did make me scream. Yeah, I remember one time. I was playing on. Well, let me pull up this article here real quick. I was playing on the spider web. Now, with the spider web, for anyone unfamiliar, it's a dome of metal bars in the shape in triangles, and they all connect to create this dome. And so we're playing tag on there, and my buddy's chasing me. He's doing the monkey bars around it, and I'm like hustling, and my foot misses the bar, and I'm like practically throwing myself. So I totally slip. My other foot slips, and like I just go straight down onto the bar, and I hang on, and then everyone at the spider web goes, "Oh!" And my buddy on the monkey bar stops and drops. He's and he drops off the not a monkey bars, the monkey barring buddy. And then I kind of like rolled with it, and I hung onto a bar so I wouldn't like just fall. But I pretty much tumbled to the ground, and like my buddy helped me out, and I sat out the rest of the round because I was like, I can't play on the spider web right now. It hurts too much. 200 character limit for chat is rather annoying. It is a bit. I would pass on the alien trip if it would make my head explode. The universe has a lot of secrets. Yo, it might though. I think Ancient Aliens is a charming series. It's like traveling without moving. Even if it is full of yes men. I have yet to hear an ancient astronaut theory say no about anything. Well, I mean, isn't that kind of the point? Because they're the ones that are saying yes to the things that everyone says no to. They're like, nope, this is a possibility. Look at this, look at that, etc. They're not going to be covering things that they don't believe in. Hey, Accord. I've been kicked a couple of times. Great motivator for learning how to block or dodge. Try having a 1,200-pound steer kick you in the nuts. Oh man, fuck that, dude. Fuck that. Let's let's read about some night vision and shit. So let's check this shit out. Oh man. Full color night vision is almost a reality after a deep learning breakthrough. Researchers used infrared images to recreate a near perfect photo in visible light. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's pretty good. So the same photo in visible light left and recreated from infrared. That is pretty close. The monochromatic black and green that defined night vision for decades is quickly receding into the past. U.S. military already issues night vision goggles that outline people and other objects in bright white. The researchers across the world are racing to develop even more advanced ways of seeing in the dark. A new proof of principle study offers intriguing hints about how the next generation. Oh, I should move the camera maybe. About how the next generation of such technology might work. In a paper published Wednesday in the academic journal of PLOS One, researchers demonstrate that the deep learning algorithm can build full color reconstruction of a scene using only infrared images the human eye can't see. These findings suggest an exciting new future for night vision technology. Okay, we don't need to read all this stuff. It's not a long article. It's really not. But what? A mosquito or pit viper on the island could see just fine. So could a cyborg mouse. Human could also see version of the scene if they were looking through an infrared camera. Okay. Yeah, so it gets a little technical up here with this stuff. But really, the point is that this shit is happening. Full color night vision, that's badass. So if y'all want more details, I'll be linking that up after the stream. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to do this. There it is. Okay, 1 second, everybody. I need to link this up. There we go. And I will pin it. Pin message. All right, so I put the link up for Storyman Jack. Storyman Jack's GoFundMe. His for anyone that doesn't know, for anyone that wasn't here yesterday, his house partially burned yesterday. Yesterday on 420. And so if you're able to help, if you want to help with their expenses and stuff relating to that, then there's the link to his GoFundMe. Please feel free to drop him some love. Is this? I have challenged people to kick me in the nuts. I just did a step forward as they kicked and get my butt instead. All right, guys, I tried to hang on, but I got to get up early for work. All right, Stacy, good hanging out. See you next time. I almost never spoke. Then online, rarely commented until I found the paranormal UFO community comfortable to blab now. Oh, nice. You mean you just online, you just didn't like commenting and talking in general? So the UFO paranormal stuff gets you to open up more. That's where your real passions are. That's interesting. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here and we can talk about that stuff also. Because that's really important shit that like people get ridiculed for it and it's ridiculous. Kitty Bear, the kind of challenge I would have ever made. That isn't the kind of challenge I would have ever made. I was just usually distracted by someone else making the opportunity available. Once it was a boot, the other a pool cue. Fuck, I have to go. I forgot I need to go to a dentist and have more teeth pulled. Oh, man. Kitty Bear, I hope that goes well. Take care of yourself, man. I'll see you next time. At school, I've always been fascinated with night vision and similar optics. Oh, yeah, dude. It's cool. I always wondered why it was all green and black, but yeah, it's after this. So if you come back to this one later, in the description will be all links to the articles. It's just that one is just cool. That article's cool, but I don't want to dive into it. Go away, no. All right, there we go. All right, let's go with Let's go with magic mushrooms. Magic mushrooms. All right. So, from Live Science, magic mushroom compound creates a hyper-connected brain to treat depression. Psychedelic helped people. Okay, psychedelic helped people with depression break out of rigid negative patterns of thinking. So, psilocybin. Okay, psilocybin, the hallucinogenic compound found in magic mushrooms, could treat depression by creating a hyperconnected brain. By boosting connectivity between different areas of the brain, the psychedelic may help people with depression break out of rigid negative patterns of thinking, a new study suggests. Pardon me. Recent clinical trials have suggested that psilocybin may have an effective treatment for depression when carefully administered under the supervision of mental health professionals. In the new study, published Monday, April 11th, in the journal Nature Medicine, researchers probed exactly how the psychedelic works to improve people's depressive symptoms. To do so, the team collected brain scans from about 60 patients who had participated in clinical trials for psilocybin therapy. These brain scans revealed distinct changes in the patient's brain wiring that emerged after they took the drug. Chuckles, Catherine is saying, "You're wearing headphones. I know you are." That's funny, dude. Kai, do you like chicken biryani? Chicken biryani. That looks good. Sure. I like wild rice. It looks like that's on wild rice. Yeah. I guess I like chicken biryani. I don't know if I've tried it, but it looks bomb. I'm alone most of the time, except of late. So being quiet is fairly easy as long as the cats don't misbehave. Does the person become dependent on the psilocybin to fight the depression? Well, let's find out. Recent trials suggest. Did I not read the whole thing? Study April 11th. These brain scans revealed distinct changes in the patient's brain wiring that emerged after they took the drug. We see connectivity. There we go. We see connectivity between various brain systems increasing dramatically. First author Richard Dawes, who was a doctoral student at Imperial College London at the time of the study, told Life Science, healthy individuals with high levels of well-being and cognitive brain function tend to have highly connected brains, studies suggest. So, healthy individuals with high levels of well-being and cognitive function tend to have highly connected brains. But people with depression, we sort of see the opposite of that. A brain characterized by segregation, said Dawes, not a postdoctoral research associate at King's, now a postdoctoral research associate at King's College London. This sort of organization undermines the brain's ability to dynamically switch between different mental states and patterns of thinking, he said. The study supports the idea that psilocybin relieves depressive symptoms, at least in part, by boosting connectivity between different brain networks, said Dr. Hewa Artin, the chief resident of outpatient psychiatry at the UC San Diego School of Medicine, who was not involved in the study. That said, additional studies will be needed to replicate results and validate findings. Promising results. A new study included 59 people, 16 of whom participated in one clinical trial for psilocybin and 43 who participated in another. The first trial included people with treatment-resistant depression, meaning the participants had tried various antidepressants in the past without experiencing improvement. In the trial, these patients initially received a 10 milligram dose of psilocybin, and then 7 days later, they received an additional 25 milligram dose. The participants were carefully monitored during each treatment session, and they spoke with the psychotherapists afterward to reflect on their experiences. To see how the patient's brains, it's not long. Patients' brains changed after treatment. The researchers used a technique called functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, which measures changes in blood flow to different parts of the brain. The movement of oxygenated blood through the brain reflects which regions of the organ are active through time. The participants underwent fMRI scans prior to the start of the therapy, and then one day after their 25 milligram dose, their depressive symptoms were also assessed before and after treatment. Give me 2 seconds. I need to put in some eye drops here. Whoops. Put in some eye drops. I'll play a little something while I do that.
You win. Perfect.
All right. Cool. I was getting kind of dry. So, to see how the patient's brains changed, the fMRI scans showed that the patient's brain networks became less siloed and more integrated with one another following the treatment, as evidenced by the dynamic flow of blood between them. These changes correlated with long-term improvements in the patient's depressive symptoms. The second trial differed from the first in that it was a randomized control trial, considered the gold standard form of clinical trial. The participants were randomly assigned to receive either psilocybin or the conventional antidepressants escitalopram. Lexapro. Thanks, that's easier. Neither the participants nor researchers knew which medication was given to which participant. The psilocybin group received 2 25 milligram doses of the psychedelic spaced 3 weeks apart and also took sugar pills throughout the trial. The Lexapram group received 2 1 milligram doses of psilocybin, also spaced 3 weeks apart, and took daily Lexapram pills throughout the trial. Okay, took sugar pills throughout the trial. The 1 milligram doses of psilocybin would not be expected to have any any appreciable psychedelic effects. Speaking of appetite, I'm gonna get another cookie. Any appreciable psychedelic effects. So they served as a placebo. Senior author Robin Calhart Harris, who was the head of the Center for Psychedelic Research at Imperial College London at the time of the study, told Live Science it would usually take a dose or 3 to 5 times that amount to generate effect, said the guy, who is now director of the psychedelic division with Neuroscape, the University of California, San Francisco's Translational Neuroscience Center. The Lexapram group showed no significant changes in brain connectivity after treatment, but as in the first trial, those who took psilocybin showed marked increases in brain network integration, and notably, patients in the psilocybin group experienced significantly greater improvements in their depressive symptoms than those who took Lexapram. That's very important because it sort of suggests that psilocybin's antidepressant effect works via a different mechanism to the way that sort of conventional antidepressants work. What is that mechanism? It likely involves a structure of brain cells known as serotonin 2A receptor. Like LSD and other psychedelics, psilocybin plugs into serotonin 2A receptors in the brain and activates them. These receptors appear in particularly high quantities in specific regions of the wrinkled cerebral cortex. The wrinkled cerebral cortex that are involved in high-level cognitive functions like introspection and executive function. After exposure to psilocybin, these receptors undergo kind of a reset that brings their activity back in line with what's typical in a healthy brain. He theorizes. Action at the serotonin 2A receptor seems to be part of the picture of psilocybin's mechanism of action. although more research is needed to fully understand how the receptors and their associated brain regions change following exposure to the drug, Artin said. In the meantime, to move psilocybin therapy for depression towards Food and Drug Administration approval, large-scale clinical trials with hundreds of patients will need to be conducted. Carhart Harris is also involved with ongoing research at Imperial College to see if psilocybin therapy could benefit patients with other conditions such as anorexia. In addition, at UCSF, Carhart Harris is studying how the benefits of the psychedelic vary when the drug is paired with different forms of psychotherapy or lack thereof. I'm of the opinion that really the safety and efficacy tests on the drug being used with psychotherapy, assuming psilocybin therapy for depression is eventually approved. He said that he might expect patients with treatment-resistant depression to have 3 to 4 dosing sessions a year in conjunction with psychotherapy similar to what they employed in their clinical trials. All right. So there we go. The future is coming, and mushrooms will be a part of it. All right, cookie time. Mmm. So, psilocybin isn't addictive, so they won't become dependent on it. Also, like it says, pairing it with psychotherapy, what ends up happening is when you're rewiring your brain physically and you're doing therapy, you end up regrowing new systems, long-term systems. You don't need it forever. It's only so you can undergo that change. But they are still researching, so guess we'll find out. Fedorable the horrible. My brain is oatmeal. I'm minus 69 IQ. At least you're negative sexy. Or, wait, is that bad? Whatever, you're a cat. You don't need to be sexy. Did they give a dosage? Yeah, I think it was 10 milligrams, 25 milligrams were the dosages. It's not that much. Get retested, Fedorable. You can still form complete sentences. Can still do quantitative math in my head, too. Still feel retarded. Jordan Peterson said there was a study that helped terminal cancer patients reconcile their stage of life. Oh, interesting. That seems more like a self-image issue than one of intelligence. That's fair. I had a series of strokes years ago. My brain is all jacked up. The info is all still in there. I just can't always recall it. See, at least you have an excuse. I forget shit for no reason. Uncle Bill's Kitchen has a new recipe out today on it. He has a lot of Oriental food recipes on his channel, plus more great food recipes. Steps towards psilocybin research / legalization is great news, and everything but wake me up when I can pick up a bag at the local dispensary. I want to take the Terrence McKenna challenge. What is that? What is the Terrence McKenna challenge? The memes ruin me, man. I miss mind-altering substances. Sigh. Can you not do them anymore? Is it just because of where you live? Adorable the horrible. No. The memes just made us who we are. Microdosing is pretty cool. Encourages chemical remapping of the damaged areas of the brain to the healthy parts. Some of the studies just concerning that and Alzheimer's is hopeful. That is very cool, man. Yeah, it is very positive, very hopeful seeing that. And also the disease where you forget everything. I forgot what it's called. That one too. We're seeing a lot of great progress on these. But psychopsilocybin for sure. Like, it's going to be good times when that's commonplace. I think I still remember how to formulate LSD. You know, if you know how to do that, there's no reason to ever have any money troubles. Especially if you can do liquid. If you can do liquid, if you can make liquid as a chemist, like if you can make a liquid LSD, you're golden, pony boy. Ron White used ayahuasca to stop drinking. Oh, badass. I didn't know that. You saw the Clockwork Elves, guaranteed. Clockwork Elves. I don't know much about I don't know much about elves in general. As I start doing more research and stuff, I start hearing about dragons and elves. I was like, what? Yeah, the Fae, Elementals, Sasquatch. Now we've got Lion Man and Wolf Man and other shit. And then elves? Like, oh yeah, those Mexican elves too. Mexican elves? What the fuck? And like, so yeah, I need to learn more about this stuff. And dragons, I guess. And it was a passing comment about dragons. It's like, so this and this about the universe and the Fae and et cetera, and this shit over here is for dragons. And then it just keeps going. I was like, hold on, go back to dragons. What are you talking about, dragons? I don't know. Dragons were a part of the whole spirituality thing, that they've got some kind of place in the universe. What the fuck is a dragon? And clockwork elves? At least they're not orange. Shrooms and Sid. CID. What is that again? Damn. Sorry, it's not coming to me. If you could jog my memory a little bit. But it's all about DMT, especially if you don't have 8 hours to spare. How long does a DMT trip last? Because I'd be down to try that too. I have never used hallucinogens. Now that my brain is jacked up, I don't know that it would be a good idea. Honestly, it might help you recover. It might help you fix some stuff. Or, like it was talking about how it rewires your brain, it reconnects it, and when goes from being disconnected to being reconnected. So it could maybe help you the same way. But hallucinogens are very much what you bring to the table. So if you bring a lot of negative emotions into the experience with you, then you're going to have a bad time. It's not going to be fun. I smoked some, lasted maybe 30 to 40 minutes at most. It felt like an eternity. That's sick. If you do, microdose. Trips are fun, but don't abuse the medicine. Well, I mean, like, what are you talking about, Willis? Because I'll take a whole eighth of mushrooms, no problem. The next time I do it, I'm thinking of going with 2. Hey, wait a second. First of all, I'm supposed to be charging my phone right now because it's dying. Second of all, I forgot to check. I don't remember when we're supposed to be getting together. Let me see. Monday or Tuesday. Okay, cool. Monday or Tuesday. Perfect. Monday or Tuesday. All right. If you do microdose chips for fun, I got you. I have a little thing here to try microdosing. I haven't tried microdosing, but I'm going to give it a shot. It's not as intense as salvia divonium, which is only like 5 minutes, but can be like an eternity in hell. Ooh, yeah, I've heard that salvia is nuts, but I'm more interested in the spiritual element to hallucinogens more so than like the just the getting high part of it. I want that bigger picture. Does salvia provide any of that? Franken beans. I don't know anyone who makes a reliable product. Cheap homemade labs produce poor results. Jolly Roger, banana seeds, wink, wink. That doesn't clarify anything, Fedorable. That's racist against Keeblers. What's up, Sci-Fi Nation? Hey, you never messaged me. The Terrence McKenna challenge is something crazy, like 10 grams of mushrooms Terrence McKenna was like the mushroom DMT guru equivalent of Timothy Leary in the 70s. Really? 10 grams of mushrooms. How much is an eighth? Is it 3.5? So that'd be like a little more than 3 normal servings of mushrooms. I'd be down to try 10 grams. Sid, oh, got you. City's acid. All right. I thought it was like an abbreviation for something. I am being a better person these days. More money would be helpful, but I won't earn by doing things that can potentially be abused by others. Well, here's the thing, one man show. As an artist, I stay away from dangerous drugs. I stay away from the hard stuff. Like I don't mess with any of that. Never will. Have no interest in it. I know it's not good for you. And most importantly, I know that artists tend to have very bad reactions to those drugs. So I'm staying the fuck away. But acid, these are the stories I hear about acid. The guy who discovered acid, the chemist who discovered acid, spilled some on himself by accident. I was like, oh shit. All right, well, I mean, I guess I fucked up my experiment. I'm just gonna put this stuff away and go home. On his way home, he starts tripping. He's like, what the fuck is happening? And he sees for the first time the double helix. He sees a double helix of DNA. And he pursued that vision until he discovered the double helix in DNA. And so the stories I hear about acid are all about how people made discoveries, how they felt like they connected to the universe, how it helped them reframe the way they look at the world. Check this out, one man show. You don't want to do things that could potentially be abused by others. Consider this. One of the experiments they did before they outlawed acid, before they outlawed LSD, was they got, and I think I've told this story on the stream before, but they got a bunch of inmates that were about to be released from prison. And like they were about to be released from prison, and they were all expected to come back within 6 months. And they put them in a room, a nice big room, comfy chairs. It looked nice decorated, nice and relaxed. They played nice, relaxing music. They played classical music. They had Buddhist monks and philosophers. They had people there to discuss things with them, and then they gave them acid. And these guys were on acid, talking to the monks, listening to the music, thinking about life and shit. A lot of them broke down crying and said they didn't want to live a life of violence anymore. And then what happened was once the experiment was over, they all came down from their high and they were sent back, and then they were released from prison, and they checked up on them in 6 months and none of them had gone back to prison. But before they were able to do their long-term checkups, it was made illegal. And the project lost its funding and stuff. So what they did was 20 years later, they checked up on all these guys to see if any of them had gone back to jail. Not a single one of them had gone back to jail. Not one. They had all gone on to live healthy, productive lives. And so I guess give it to people you trust. There's not really too much you can do with essentially anything could be abused by others. But most of the acid that was being provided to North America, I mean, I should probably move along from that. But this is just to share stories. Criminal Investigative Services. Oh, CIS, got you. Most of the acid that was provided throughout North America, the liquid acid, at least back in the day, was a couple Canadian dudes in the forest somewhere just cooking up acid because they thought that the world needed this. The world needed to have this available to them to expand their minds. And they were finally caught, so acid became a lot harder to get. But kind of look up Clockwork Elves sometime. Well documented. I've already got too many tabs open, man. I already got too many tabs open. But yeah, LSD is I think psychologically it's good for people. I know, not seeing. DMT trip is a powerful 10 to 15 minute rush, followed by a pleasant / mild afterglow that lasts for an hour or two. Oh man, that's nuts. Or machine elves, same thing. Oh really, machine elves? What realm are they supposed to be from? People dropping off? My bad. I guess I should be switching topics. Meow meow Moira, how you doing? Ricky Nelson? I don't know, man. Meow. I know Hunter was freebasing during 9/11, but that can't be it. LSD is a Schedule 1 restricted substance here. Yeah, everywhere. Here too. Everywhere. I hear you, man. But I mean, you know, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing out the I think chemists kind of everywhere. If every chemist everywhere was like, I'm gonna make a little batch and sell it to a local someone who can deal, you know, then maybe their friend, another chemist friend of theirs, hey, talk to this guy when you're ready to offload your stuff. Just every once in a while, chemists all over the place would just be making stuff and blind dropping it. Then it would minimize a lot of risks for them. And it wouldn't be like it's all coming from the same place. I did 18 drops of 1500 microdot acid in a 10-hour period. I heard the stars singing. No joke. Resonance has been on the brain since. Resonance, sound, vibration. This is the shit that makes up the universe, man. This is what keeps us solid. It keeps us from phasing through physical objects. It's how we can feel where somebody's heart is at a distance. It's what, when you're close to a woman, or if women, when you're close to a man, you feel that energy going back and forth between you. That's vibration. What's going on, Tab? Why isn't this opening? Weird. My internet didn't die, did it? I'm still going. The Machine Elves tab isn't working. If I disappear suddenly, don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. But let's keep going. That's a lot though, man. I still, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I still haven't tried it. My friends and I were gonna try it when we went camping, and then we never went camping, and I forgot about it. It was like in my drawer. So I'll have to get more one day. My late husband would use small doses of acid regularly just because he could. He said he loved to see the grass growing 1/100th of an inch at a time. And you know what? The stars singing, I've heard similar things before. Usually, I think I've heard them tied to spiritual experiences also. So that's amazing, man. I'm a little jelly. That would be cool to experience, to hear that. And not a second watching that was a waste. Yo, you know what? My first time on mushrooms, my friends put on Tron Legacy, and just to have on the side, just running while we're doing our thing and painting and hanging out. And there was a shot. It was just a beautiful shot that lasted for like a half a second. And I was like, oh my God, that shot was gorgeous. You know, it was just this tiny little drop, this tiny little moment in this movie. So much thought went into it. I was fixated on that. The world does need it. Yeah, I agree, Arlene. Yeah, I'm glad you're with me there. It's hard to explain. Imagine death as a swimming pool. DMT is like wading in the shallow end where it's not so scary. Actual death would be like doing one last cannonball into the deep end. That's pretty cool, man. Hey, Captain Shrek. That does sound really cool. That's a cool way of putting it. Yeah, because when we die, we get a big release of DMT in our brain, right? Those machine elves are 100% real, and they're scary as fuck. They're scary? Okay, what the shit, man? How come this fucking Google tab ain't opening for me? There it goes. Oh, it auto gives me clockwork elves. I looked up machine elves. And it gave me, oh, what? Machine elves or DMT elves. A spirit world journey. Oh. I guess I've got some reading to do. Scary as fuck. Okay. What can you tell me about before I go and do research? Like, can you give me a TLDR? What exactly are machine elves? And are they same as the elves that like were supposedly down in Mexico and shit? I'm kind of like John Wick, retired, one step backwards, and I am no longer moving forward. Oh, I got you. Yeah, you know what? Do follow your heart, man. Follow your heart. I'm not trying to pressure you into anything. I was just trying to. I didn't exactly agree with the way you'd phrase things. You know, it's not bad for people. I know my mission in life now. I'm going to dose the whole planet, taint all the waters with doses, watch humanity's brain collectively melt. Fun times. Man, imagine if that gets into the water system and you've got like spiritual fish just walking around like, oh. Imagine a shark having an existential crisis. Oh, pardon me. Well, what do you do when you hear the stars singing Princess of the Universe? Princes of the Universe. I don't know that song. Resonance is what Van Gogh painted in Starry Night. Van Gogh is one of my least favorite classical painters. But I do acknowledge some of the things that he did. I used to make fun. I used to talk shit because he's just globs of paint. He just slaps it on there. And we know that the way the flow of air and wind and stuff, like he painted that perfectly. Starry Night. Resonance is what he painted. Okay. I didn't know he painted resonance. More like a symphony of different tonal vibrations, creating a multitude of resonant harmonics. Most beautiful thing I ever heard. That sounds amazing, man. When I was on mushrooms, I could see the web, the web that connects the universe together. And then recently, like years after that, they were like, scientists finally capture the magnetic, like hot plasma, like the gravity, like net, like web that connects all the galaxies together. And there was a picture. I was like, hey, that's what I saw. It was purple. And it was purple in the picture too. It was nuts. I was like, this is exactly it. This is the thing. Awesome. Fedorable the Horrible. There was a Japanese cult in the 80s that planned to fly a crop duster all over Tokyo, spraying aerosolized LSD on millions of people. What happened to them? Did they get... what? Okay, bro. Kudos to them. That is a ballsy plan. That is a ballsy-ass plan. I mean, it wouldn't... in the 80s, yeah, it wouldn't work out. Even in the 80s, because they'd be flying too low. They'd have to fly too low to actually get everybody. And if they want, especially if they want to get people in the city, flying too low. And they would scramble jets. You'd have to get permits, which they wouldn't give you. Why do you want to fly so low through the city? Just feel like it? No. Give us a good reason. So many holes in that plan. But I want to know what else can you tell me about that story? Because that sounds amazing. Shrooms are also a Schedule 1, but they are known to grow in the deep, dark woods. Yeah, you can grow them a little more easily. Here's the thing. Like, there are some states where you can get this. You can order the seed, not the seeds. You can order the spores. You can order the spores online, and you can have them sent to certain states where it's allowed to have the spore. It's not illegal. Then in that state, it's easier to, because you can actually get it sent to you. So then you can make it and disseminate, or you could send that to a friend in another state and let them deal with it. But you need that middleman. And But if they grow in the deep dark woods, they're probably going to taste like shit because they probably grow on shit. That's where magic mushrooms originally grew, was on poo-poo. On poo-poo. Do I have any poop? Do I have any poo-poo related clips? I don't think I do. I got nothing for poo. Oh, I've got this one though.
Boy, that is bad. Somebody ought to check this thing's prostate.
Laszlo, they could have saved the world, right? Imagine a whole country high on acid having a spiritual experience. They're like, oh my God, there are so many things wrong with the world. Kai, don't try it. Rita has had a bad experience with it and regrets it. Yeah, Rita, not me. Also, I was talking about everyone. Things affect everyone differently, and very much hallucinogens. Very much, it's about what you bring into the experience, and who you have around you, and the setting, and etc. So, just because she had a bad experience doesn't mean that she would even have a bad experience if she did it again. Second of all, I'm an artist, and that's my jam, baby. This kind of thing is what I'm built. My brain is built for. So, yeah, I'm gonna try it. I have seen bad LSD trips. It wasn't my product by the memories, but the memories are haunting. Yeah, it sucks, man. That's the thing. Sometimes people have assholes friends that fuck with them, and they're like, oh, the couch is eating you, and they like say shit like that, and then it comes to life for you, and so that's not cool. But it's very much about who you're with, what you're doing, the knowledge that you have. You couldn't pressure me if you wanted to. Tougher ladies have tried. I am not a lady. Cultural barbarian. So machine elves, basically worker drones to the entity known as the Lamb that Aleister Crowley claimed to be talking to. The Lamb. The Lamb. I'm not sure what that stands for. Literal demons from another dimension. Oh, they're demons from another dimension? Well, I mean, interdimensional, that makes sense, but like, they're demons. Demons are supposed to be the fallen angels from back in the day. So, really? The worker drones, though. That's nuts. Been listening on Dwayne's phone, Kai. Do never do LSD. Do never do. I'm going to do it. Rita, I'm sorry if you had a bad experience. But maybe you had bad company. Maybe you were in a bad place emotionally. Maybe your brain just isn't made for it. Who knows? It could be a lot of things. Doesn't know that song. What a Sad Life. I'm not great with song titles or lyrics. Sometimes people go, you don't know the song that goes like this? I go, no, I don't think I've ever heard it. And then they'll play it. I go, oh, that song. Like somebody said a song earlier or the other day that I didn't recognize. And then when I heard it, I was like, oh, is that what they say? Because I didn't know. I didn't know what they say. Like I sometimes know, but not usually. I think I have someone named a singer from the past 15 years or so. I probably wouldn't recognize it. Ha! Cultural barbarian. You'd know Taylor Swift, though, right? They ended releasing poison gas in a subway They ended releasing poison gas in a subway instead and killed 30 people. They ended up releasing poison gas. That sucks. That's lame. Come on, they had such a cool idea. And they went with, you know what? Let's just kill a bunch of people. What the fuck? Or was that their plan? And then one of them tried LSD and was like, hey, that's not going to kill people. I'm flying a banner to celebrate a friend's wedding. Now, how about that permit? That's a good idea. They're like, do you really need to fly it all around the city? Yes. Hey, Laszlo. I have some research to do. I want to learn if the psilocybin can heal some of the brain damage. It would be nice to think and remember properly. It might be possible. There are other. There was stem cells might also help. There was that Family Guy episode where Peter has a stroke, and then he goes to a stem cell clinic and comes out healthy again. He says, "Why aren't we researching this?" And like walks off. And that was the end of that arc. But yeah, there are some options out there. If I had some kind of damage like that, I would definitely be rolling the dice on a few things. Those aliens, yo, fed me poo. Let me see. Take a week to prepare yourself mentally. Cleanse the toxins out of your body before you do hallucinogens. Be in a peaceful setting. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time. So, the toxins from your body. So, like, no cigarettes and stuff? Or, like, what about smoking weed? If you smoke weed regularly, can you just be like, all right, let's do some acid while we wait for that to hit us. Let's smoke a bowl and just hang out. Watch some Tron. Cleanse yourself mentally. Prepare yourself mentally. Cleanse the toxins. So, what do you mean prepare yourself mentally? Like, I know what I would do, but does it mean like letting go of negative feelings? Prepare yourself in a positive mindset. They finally executed Aum Shinrikyo a few years ago. That must be one of the dudes. His name was Aum. He was a cult leader. Something about that doesn't fit. Aum is the sound of the universe. That's why the Buddhists, they go Aum because they believe that's the sound of the universe. And so his name was Aum, and they wanted to dose the population with LSD. Maybe they released gas and killed people. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe the government squashed that shit before it happened, before they could awaken the entire country. The silence of the lamb. Dwayne and I don't give an F if someone does drugs, but we don't. That's fine. We had someone staying with us who dosed our food. Oh, the guy tried to get me to eat the food I didn't. Dwayne did eat, and it wasn't bad. And it was bad. Yeah, that guy's a piece of shit. You don't do that to people, especially with acid, especially with something that messes with your head, because then you're not mentally prepared for it, and you're not, unless you've done it before. If you've done it before, then you're like, did you dose my shit with acid? Because I'm starting to feel, yeah, you did, didn't you fucking asshole? Like, that's fucked up. Fuck that guy. That's an ass whooping right there. Once you hear it, you won't forget it. Google it sometime. The Silence of the Lamb. Nope. It's just giving me Silence of the Lambs. I'll try to look it up on YouTube. It just keeps giving me Silence of the Lambs clips. Is there a band or something I can associate with it? That was the name of the gray alien-looking demon Alistair talked to. Lamb. Oh, okay. There it is. Okay, cool. Lamb. So, gray alien-looking demon. Yeah, gray aliens generally... Oh, fuck. I just hit my toe. Yeah, generally gray aliens are probably... I wouldn't put my money down. Like, if they came through my walls, were like, hey, come with us, I'd say, no, tell me why. Tell me what you want. Talk to me. Like, tall, blonde, blue-eyed aliens, Palladians, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, they're okay. Grays, usually bad news bears. Big blue aliens, big glowing blue aliens. That one's a roll of the dice. That one's a roll of the dice. Some of them, if they're a little robotic, nope. Fuck that. If they're like wearing robes and shit, then they're probably okay. Taylor who? I'm not a cultural barbarian. I simply have what's called good taste. I remember every now and then I try to relate to humor. Usually doesn't work. You've got humor. You even chuckled earlier when Catherine called you out on wearing headphones. Poison gas. The poison gas was a gay op. Probably state sponsored. Yep. See, that's what I was thinking. It doesn't line up. The dude's name was Aum. They wanted to dose the population with LSD. So releasing poison gas in a subway that gets the whole cult arrested or whatever. That's an op right there. That's a psyop. Fuck that. It's like this thing that happened in New York, except for they probably actually killed people. Because some governments don't fuck around. Machine elves are like gatekeepers on the other side. They make sure people don't escape this 3D plane of existence. Fuck that. I'll go where I want. Some machine elf be like, hey, you're not allowed here. Oh, really? Well, I'm here. What you gonna do about it? I had a Red Bull. Try and catch me. Memes aren't my thing. They're just a collection of silly associations to me. Adorable, yeah. I surmise that as well. The Shinriko cult had a very positive message. It made no sense to kill all those people for no reason. That's super lame, dude. Prepare mentally. Don't be in a bad mood. Basically, be open to the experience and prepared to face whatever comes. You're preparing to be poisoned. Body needs to be in prime shape. Got you. Thanks for sharing all that, Fedorable. Ron said he went on a clean diet as well as no smoking to completely detox before he used that ayahuasca at the resort. Clean diet, no smoking. Like cigarettes or at all? The weed thing is what I'm most concerned with. So when people say no smoking, I'm like, could you be a little more specific? Wasn't Shinrikyo the cult leader who dosed the subway with sarin? Yeah, that's what we were talking about one man show, that was a psyop. That the cult essentially had a positive message and they wanted to dose the population with LSD, but then they released poison in the subway and then the cult gets squashed. Yeah, that sounds like that's a psyop right there, top to bottom. His name was Aum. As soon as I saw his name, I was like, no, I call BS. Not that. The Princess of the Universe song. Oh, okay. Oh, by Queen. Beautiful. All right. Maybe I have heard it then. Sometimes you might benefit from a wiffle bat to the cranium. Yeah, that's true. You know what? Tesla, actually, when he was a kid, he thought he could fly. He was like, essentially, he tried to throw himself at the ground and miss. Like literally, he was like, he went to the roof of his house and was like, he just closed his eyes and inhaled until he felt like he was lighter than air, and then he jumped. He did not fly. What did happen was he fell, and he hit his head. You know, he just landed on the floor face first. Boom. And he knocked out. He blacked out. You know, went to sleep. His mom came out and found him laying on the floor asleep, picked him up, took him to his room, laid him down on his bed. But then when he woke up, that's when he started having visions, started seeing, started being able to put whole mechanisms together in his head. Like, that's when all that shit started. So strong, like blunt trauma to the head has been known to change brain chemistry, has been known to, not brain chemistry, change the brain and like what you experience. There's that one guy who was like really, he was into drugs and all kinds of shit. He got in an accident and hit his head, And then when he woke up, he would see equations and like math and spirals and stuff everywhere. And he was like, do y'all see this shit? I see a spiral here. It's this shape. It's the, like all this mathematical stuff. And he became a mathematician after that, and that specialized in spirals. But he was like, yo, the whole universe is made of this stuff, guys. But he used to be, he essentially broke good instead of breaking bad. Good thing you aren't a hypnotist. I'd be a terrible hypnotist. If that person ever shows up again, he is going to be met at the door with me holding a fishing pole. You know what I mean. Oh, I'm going to go dump him in the lake. Gotcha. Yeah, it was not good at all. Dwayne ate the chicken wings and didn't know they were dosed. We were driving after that, and Dwayne started hallucinating, and we didn't know what was happening. That's fucked up, man. That's so stupid. What a dick. I'm almost caught up to the chat, so I'm gonna head over here to the articles again. What a dick, that guy, man. That's fucked up, Rita and Dwayne. I'm sorry about that. There's people out there. See, that's the other thing. People like that ruin the image of people who use hallucinogens, and they also ruin the experience. What could have been a great experience for Dwayne is now marred with this terrible experience. Accidents happened in 1999. I was cut a strip of acid, which they thought was 3 hits, and after I swallow it, they're like, whoa, dude, that was 5. Which they thought was 3 hits. So they realized afterward it was 5. Yeah, that's like Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. He's like, here, take this. And then he's like, oh, wait, man, hold on. Don't take that. Oh, did you take all those? Like, okay, whatever. What's the plan? Yo, that's what happened with my first brownie, my first edible. I ate the whole thing because I was hungry. I hadn't eaten yet. And they were like, whoa, did you eat the whole brownie? I said, yeah, it's a brownie. What was I going to do? They're like, that was a special brownie. I said, oh. I just had the 1 bite left. I went, fuck it. No weed, no alcohol, no junk food. Lots of greens, lean protein, and water. Cut the sugars. You want your... What? Are you telling me no cookies? Did you say no cookies?
Cookies? Yes, me accept. Me click yes, cookies. Where cookies? Cookies, cookies. No cookies. What is real? Me trust nothing.
No junk food. I guess you mean like fast food and stuff. Cut the sugars. So no cookies. No sugars for a week. Oh my God. You know what? If I talk to any entities while I'm on acid, I'm going to say, hey, the next time I do this, can I eat chocolate? So I haven't eaten chocolate for a week, and I'm not happy about that. Is chocolate okay? If they go, yeah, why wouldn't you? What's wrong with chocolate? Chocolate's great. I'm like, fucking fedorable. Thanks for the tip, man. Thank you for the, because that's kind of what I wanted to know right there. It was like, okay, no weed, no sugars. Everything else I could deal with. I mean, I could deal with all of it, but I don't want to not eat cookies. But as I remember, the cult also manufactured VX nerve gas and had a hang-up with the apocalypse. But it doesn't line up with their mission statement, you know? It doesn't line up with their overall MO. That's why I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like it just doesn't, the pieces don't fit for me. We're going to see this new movie called The Matrix, and then my life was changed forever. The guy who was staying with us always said he wanted to dose the world We later on found out he dosed people without them knowing. He also worked in restaurants. Oh, what a piece of shit, that guy. Did you call the cops on him? That's someone I'd call the cops on. Even if he was like, you told me you wanted to try LSD. I'd say, yep. Not being fucking dosed it though. That's not cool. That's like, I think on like my very first show, I covered an article where a vegan gave, like, she prepared breakfast for her new roommates just to do something nice. And she asked, like, what's in this? Because it looked a little funny. She's like, what's in this breakfast? She's, oh, it's bacon and eggs and yada yada. Okay. All right. So she tried it and she's like, it tastes different. She says, it's good, right? Surprise. That's soy bacon. And she was like, fucking bitch, I'm allergic to soy, because she already felt it. She's like, she felt the swelling up. She's like, I'm allergic to soy. I'm deathly allergic. And her friend immediately called the ambulance. And she's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Like, bitch, that's why she asked you, what's in this? And so don't do that. You don't fuck with people's food. That's one of those sacred things. You don't fuck with people's food, and you don't mistranslate. Translation is sacred. There's that movie. What's that movie about the elephant? Netflix movie, elephant. No, giant hippo. Giant hippo. Man, what is the name of that movie? I spilled a little bit of cookie crumb on my keyboard. I'm trying to get it out. No, get out. Yes. Nailed it, mate. Giant hippo. Okja. Yeah, OKJA. So in that movie, Okja, somebody mistranslates and gets the shit kicked out of it. He gets his ass kicked for it. And the guy that kicks his ass afterward, he grabs his face. He's like, translation is sacred. And he's like, get him the fuck out of here. And then later on, that guy got that tattooed on himself and came back and was like, sorry about that. Like, I'm good now. But it's messed up, Rita. I know, right? Good night, Adorable. Good hanging out, man. People like that are why I no longer make nice things with my chemistry set. Makes sense. Wait, cookies are an important food group. I know, right? They're one of the triangles on the pyramid. A few cookies now and then won't hurt. But Fedorable said, no cookies. Depends on the chocolate. There's good, healthy dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. And there's sugar and cheap milk laden crap. Well, I usually go with dark chocolate. So, okay, that makes me feel a little better. Still good. Yeah, it was really messed up. We let him have a place to stay because we felt sorry for him. And we're trying to help him back on his feet. It's made us not trust people as much. That is messed up. That is really fucked up. Did you ever call the cops on him? I don't know enough about that cult. That's the thing, though. Whenever, it's always a doomsday cult. It's always a doomsday cult. They always say that. Oh, they're a doomsday cult. They're trying to kill everybody. Okay, but their thing here says that they want to dose the world with LSD to make it a happy place. Those are two opposite messages. Okay, we didn't call the cops because we didn't know what was going on at the time. And by the time we realized that what was going on, we didn't have absolute truth. Oh, okay. How long ago was that? Night Fed. Mistranslation in Goonies. What mouth says to the maid? I haven't seen Goonies in forever. Isn't it sad, Rita, when one person has so much impact on how you see others? Well, I mean, that's everything. It's always, until we get in more examples, more good examples than bad examples, we tend to be more cautious and and at least informs us when, instead of making, brash decisions from the heart. We have some great quality chocolate, Kai. Our local maker, Heis, was trained by Lind in Belgium. Badass. Where the fuck are you, Aiken? I want high quality chocolate. GG. Alan dosed his little brother's donut with acid and basically screwed him up for life. GG Alan. Who the fuck is that? That's fucked up, man. American musician. American punk rock musician, songwriter, performed and recorded with many groups during his career. Died in 1993. Okay. I'm in Adelaide, Australia. Oh, Australia. Okay, I have heard that Australia has really good chocolate. It's one of the reasons I wanted to go to Australia. But then I got all authoritarian. Man, you didn't know about G.G. Allen? I don't know a lot of things, man. I only have so much time. Anyway, we're at 2 hours, so let's look at this here. After years of neglect, rare opportunity opens up for Tiberias archaeological gems. I don't know what that means. Let's find out together. Volunteers have cleaned up stunning sites, including Sanhedrin seat and huge Roman theater that were buried under trash, as authorities argue. Experts plead to set up national park. A huge ancient Roman theater unearthed in Tiberias lies neglected, October 19th, 2021. So that's this picture here. So in an area of immense historical, archaeological, and religious significance to all three monotheistic faiths, referred to by some as the Caesarea of the Galilee, where manuscripts of the Bible were written, where the 2,000-year-old Sanhedrin Rabbinic Council of Sages is believed to have compiled the Jerusalem Talmud, where an ancient church, huge Roman theater, and one of the world's oldest mosques are situated, and where Roman leader Herod Antipas built his palace. But for many years, these sites in ancient Tiberias in northern Israel have largely been lying neglected and in ruins, covered in weeds and garbage, and subjected to theft and vandalism, prompting outcry among experts. The fact that the sites lie within the municipal boundaries of the city of Tiberias has led to national authorities shirking responsibility and trading blame for the neglect, with efforts to change the situation falling short. Now, though, a volunteer group led by the Kinneret Institute for Galilean Archaeology has started cleaning up the site and is fundraising to continue that work and raise public awareness for the site. While it is in significantly better shape than a few months ago, archaeologists say that without a long-term solution by the state to transform it into a national park, the site will eventually fall back into disrepair. A plan of this sort is said to be in the making, with the Israel Antiquities Authority, IAA, claiming there has been a breakthrough that will see the government pass a resolution as early as April, establishing a new national park in Tiberias. There's a 7,000 place Roman era theater, one of the best preserved buildings of its kind, a huge palace that belonged to Herod Antipas, one of the world's oldest mosques, and I already read that from earlier. But other bodies and officials whose approval is critical for the move to take place have not confirmed the IAA's claim, and leading archaeologists are expressing skepticism and warnings that a rare window of opportunity, in which both Tiberias City Hall and the Antiquities Authority are actively promoting a solution, could end up being squandered. True. Oh yeah, what? People are just dumping their trash over here. Ancient Roman Byzantine bathhouse unearthed in Tiberias, neglected under piles of garbage and housing homeless person. Oh, that makes sense. There's homeless people squatting there. Okay, of course it's going to rack up trash. A national, but you know what? Why wouldn't you like put a roof on this stone building and then just have this gangster like squatter home? I don't know. Experts are expressing hope that archaeology could help rebrand Tiberias, whose public image in Israel is dominated by bitter and sometimes violent conflicts between the secular and religious communities. Sites of this importance, every city would be happy with a tenth of what is here. Are their responsibility are the responsibility of the state because this is a national heritage site, if not a world heritage site, says Dr. Katya Citrin Silverman, a lecturer at Hebrew University Institute of Archaeology and Department of Islamic and Middle Eastern Studies. If we want to get an idea about the significance of the Tiberias sites, they can be compared to those of Caesarea and be referred to as Caesarea of the Galilee, she told the Times of Israel, not only because there is a theater and other ancient sites, but also because Tiberias was founded by Herod Antipas, the son of Caesarea founder Herod the Great. Tiberias was a cosmopolitan center and the single most important Jewish city in the land of Israel for centuries after the destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem in the year 70 CE. You know what? I'm going to see if moving it a little bit. Yeah, that helps. Let me see what it looks like when I go back to normal. Oh yeah, my microphone. Oh, and I see. And then this causes the colors to flicker, if I remember right. Let's find out. Let's see how this goes. Let's test it out. I'll pull it back up. Whoops. I had to stream. There we go. All right. So the uncovered archaeological sites include a Roman era theater with space for 7,000, a big stage, and a stunning view of the Sea of Galilee, one of the biggest and best preserved buildings of its kind ever found in Israel, a huge palace that belonged to, this is the thing from earlier, and many other stunning artifacts. Some of the cultural cornerstones of Judaism and Hebrew were laid at this site. The modern fixed Hebrew calendar, the Hebrew alphabet's nikud or vowel signs, the wording of the Bible used to this day, the Aleppo Codex manuscript, and more. Wow. Herod Antipas is a very important character in Christianity. He's also a person who executed John the Baptist. Oh, shit. All right. Archaeologist Aaron Mayer told the Cannes public broadcaster last year, if 600 million Christians, or even half of them, had known this is what Herod Antipas' palace looked like, I think it would have bothered them. There's much more digging to do, but excavations can only continue if the area is taken care of, because archaeological digs entail some damage to the sites by exposing them to weather conditions and potential vandalism. Just outside the city, at the site of an ancient church atop Mount Berenike, stone pillars have been smashed and ancient mosaics have been vandalized by suspected extremists from the ultra-Orthodox community. Fucking cunts. If nothing is done to protect and maintain the site, some will have to be covered up to keep them safe. Yeah, just bury them motherfuckers until conditions arise that do allow for the site to become part of a national park. That has already happened in the case of a second church, which was excavated and then covered to protect it. When it was uncovered, the bathhouse had a beautiful mosaic depicting lions, he says, but then every kid in Tiberias came and took 5 stones to play with, and there's not much of the mosaic left anymore. And that's why the church is covered. That's fucked up. But if a national park is created and there is a protection 24 hours a day and no roamers moves in to live there, of course the church can be uncovered and reintroduced to the public. The church has remained exposed, Aviam adds, had much money invested in its preservation. Wooden footholds were placed around it only to be burned later by unknown vandals. In many occasions, fences placed to protect the sites are stolen within weeks, leaving the sites vulnerable. A site of this size requires much maintenance effort, gardening, and fences. The lack of these, coupled with the continued dumping of garbage near sites, are definitely damaging and inappropriate. Today, Tiberias, with 45,000 residents, is known as a rather drab place where ill-thought-out construction has squandered the city's picturesque location on the slopes overlooking one of the world's most famous bodies of water. Tiberias City Hall sounds like a shit city, if I'm being honest. It sounds like a shit city. Tiberias City Hall, which has seen frequent leadership changes over the past decade, has said it is unable to take care of the archaeological sites whose maintenance would cost many millions of dollars. We'll get it declared a World Heritage Site. That'll help a lot. Oh, wait, how long is this shit? Nope. I'm not reading all that. That's too much. What happened? Why are you all... What happened there? The fuck was that? Fucking piece of shit website. Anyway... Yeah, that city sounds like a dump. Fuck that place. It sounds like they're never going to get anything done. All right. Now let's talk about how time is an illusion and the surprise cave finding once again appended our story of humans leaving Africa. Which one do you guys want to hear first? I'm going to catch up on the chat. You guys let me know what you want to hear first. Because time is an illusion, or Out of Africa is BS. I'm going to talk more about Out of Africa BS later, but yeah. Let me see. Where am I? Don't know about GG Allen. I buy endangered species chocolate. I buy the endangered species chocolate, 0 milk and very little sugar. Really rich. Oh, nice. Pretty much nihilist. Punker, not very good. James Tiberius Kirk. What's up, Elroy? How you doing? Welcome back. This sounds like the plot to Command and Conquer Tiberian Wars. I see. Elroy. Yeah, GG was a total dirtbag, but I kind of respect him for taking his whole thing to the absolute extreme. Yes, it did have a lot of impact. We are nice people, and now we think we were too nice. What really sucks is that we love cooking and food. Now we don't trust food not made by us. I enjoy seeing your nice work on IG. Elroy. Oh, cool. El Caiman. El Caiman. What is Caiman in Spanish? Is it salamander? Or is it frog? Caiman. Spanish. Alligator. My bad. El Caiman. What's up, Orville Nation? How you doing, PJ? Good to see you, man. Ancient ruins are so damn fascinating. It's a shame we don't treat them with more respect. Yeah, dude. Everyone is... There was... Okay, so I get annoyed when I hear about this kind of shit. But there was one site being destroyed that really, really bothered me for some reason. It made me, like, angry. Like, really, truly angry. And I don't know why. Other things I've heard of other things being destroyed. I'm like, that sucks. What? Fuck these guys, man. Fucking assholes. But this one really pissed me off. It's the one, it was ISIS, destroyed it during, I think it's in Afghanistan or Iraq. It was where those two big sphinxes were two big stone, like, sphinxes with the guy with the beard and the wings and those things. Jimmy, a Bright Insight, has talked about it because he went there and he saw them and he took pictures of all the stuff. But they straight up took drills they decimated everything. And that really pissed me off. I don't know why. It made me so angry. But nothing else has made me that angry. At least along this vein. Herod Antipas is biblically recorded as executing John the Baptist for his wife's birthday. Oh, fuck. What a dick. Back with no teeth left in the bottom of my mouth. You're back already? Wait, no teeth left in the butt. How many teeth did they remove? They can't be right. Or do you just not feel any of them? Kai, I may forgive, but will never forget. If that's bad, I will have a day with my creator and will take what is my fate. Oh no, I don't think that's bad at all. Forgiveness is good, but like, yeah, you can't be forgetting like as if nothing happened. Oh, there's no people out there with bad intentions that are just going to be doing shit like that. No, you got to watch out for that. The best thing to do is to try to pay attention to what were the clues? What clues could I have put together to help me avoid that? Catherine wonders why I learned to cook. She hadn't seen Fight Club. That's funny. I guess she has now, huh? What is wrong with people? This happened around 4 years ago, just before my oldest. That's okay. That was a while ago, but not that long ago. It's very much like Grape in my book. There's a lot of broken trust and faith there. Dentist had me planned in for 10 a.m. to 10:20. It's 10:15 a.m. now. I went in at 10 a.m. It's 5-minute drive. 10 minutes, 6 teeth gone. That has to be a record somewhere. That's really fast, dude. What the fuck? How is that? How? That's too fast. Did he get the right teeth, or did he just go, okay, let's get this guy out of here? Like, it takes more time than that for the anesthetics, not anesthetic, for the shots to kick in, so to numb you. Like when I went, got this one removed here, right, this one on top. Yeah, this one on top. When I got this one removed, like they gave me the shots, and then in a little bit, the dentist came back and he poked around to make sure it's numb. And that took time. Out of Africa is BS. Damn right. Crocodile. Thank you, PJ. Thanks, Arlene. That's what I do. Can you effing believe that the Spanish Stonehenge is in a man-made reservoir and gets covered with water when levels rise? Spanish government has it corrected this with the reservoir. Yeah, I know. I heard about that. That is ridiculous. That's so stupid. They didn't bother moving it. They didn't bother changing their plans for reservoir. They're just like, it's fucking ridiculous, man. So much they could learn. On the bright side, I think they're not even well preserved because they're underwater. So destroying ancient monuments and artifacts makes me feel an anger that's way worse than a personal insult. It makes my stomach turn and teeth grind. Yeah, man. I feel like upset by this kind of thing. I'm like, people are fucking stupid. I'm mad at the ill intent, the pathetic ego based decision to destroy something ancient because you feel a certain way. Like those people, if someone just walked up on people destroying ancient monuments and just shot them in the back of the head, deserved. I don't give a fuck who they are. I do not give a fuck who they are. That's how I feel about that. But for some reason, this one particular city, or this one fort, essentially, this ancient fort, and the stuff that was there, really got to me. And I don't know why. Yeah, they used power tools to break them up, to destroy the sphinxes. No, it sucks when you think you can trust someone and you find out you can't. Feel better too. Yeah, ISIS destroyed many temples. Oldest in Syria, I think, was the Temple of Baal. He pumped a lot. He pumped in a lot. I didn't feel a thing at all. That's nuts, man. Hey, Elder Sword Haster, good to see you, man. Right now, anyone can use a hammer and smash my jaw without me feeling it. Oh, yeah, we are. All right. So let's read about the Out of Africa then. And we'll come back to Time is an Illusion. That'll be the last one. A surprise cave finding. This is from Science Alert. A surprise cave finding has once again appended our story. Once again appended our story of humans leaving Africa. 8th April 2022, last year, a genetic analysis of bone fragments representing our earliest known presence in Europe raised a few questions over the steps modern humans took to conquer every corner of the modern world. Whoever the remains belonged to, their family background was more entwined with the East Asian populations of their day than with today's Europeans, hinting at a far more convoluted migration for our species than previously thought. Now, researchers from the universities of Padova and Bologna in Italy have proposed what they think might be the simplest explanation for the unexpected kink in the family tree, based on what we can piece together from genetic relationships and subtle shifts in ancient technology around the world. If we retrace our footsteps from modern times through the Stone Age and beyond, we'll inevitably find a moment when a bunch of Homo sapiens took a pivotal step out of Africa onto what we now think of as Eurasian soil. Earlier, more distant cousins had ventured out numerous times already, settling for a time before dying out. This time, it would all be different. This migration of modern humans stuck, eventually seeding a cultural revolution that would forever change our planet in just a few short millennia. Okay, so that's all bullshit. While the outcome of this monumental journey is now obvious, the paths taken and countless lost branches can only be pieced together from scant surviving artifacts and a legacy of genetic mingling. The scattering of human bones and stone implements sifted from the sediment of Bacho Kiro cave in central Bulgaria is just the kind of evidence archaeologists dream of. Uncovered in 2015, they have since been dated to around 45,000 years, officially making them the oldest Upper Paleolithic hominin bones ever found in Europe. Okay, what kind of hominids were they, though? It just says bones, 45,000 years ago, officially making them the oldest Upper Paleolithic. By taking archaeological records into account, we can tell they had descended from a larger community on a 15,000-year-long hiatus in their travels east. If we knew little else about them, we might conclude this people represent some kind of stepping stone between a future in Asia and a past set in Europe. A central hub on Africa's doorstep from which we expanded and settled even further abroad. The genetic evidence preserved in 3 of those bodies, however, doesn't match up quite so neatly with this simple scenario. Last year, research led by the Max Planck Institute of Evolutionary Anthropology in Germany concluded the individuals were more closely related to present-day and ancient populations in East Asia and the Americas than to later West Eurasian populations. So they were more closely related to present-day and ancient populations in East Asia and the Americas. Finding closer familial ties with the modern and ancient Asian populations than with modern European people introduces some challenging questions regarding the way this ancient hub of humanity might have branched into the East and West. What's more, a generous dose of Neanderthal blood had recently been introduced into their family tree, further muddying the waters of how our ancestors might have moved and interacted. According to the authors of this newest study, one possibility considers the migration of humanity a stutter rather than a surge. Then, around 45,000 years ago, a new expansion emanated from the hub and colonized a wide area spanning from Europe to Asia and Oceania, and is associated with a mode of producing stone tools known as Initial Upper Paleolithic. University of Padua molecular anthropologist Leo Vallini. Okay, good. So I like that they have this question mark here in the Caucasus Mountains, if I remember right, or is the Caucasus Mountains up here? I know it's somewhere in this region, but I don't remember where exactly. But this, wait, what the fuck am I looking at? There's the Straits of Gibraltar, Spain. Here's Italy. Okay, this is kind of crooked. That's weird. Why is it oriented this way? That's why it feels weird. Okay. So this actually lines up with some other stuff I've been seeing a little bit. Above the unknown hub in the west from which humans expanded in waves of migration. But those who branched into Asia thrived. Traces of their bloodlines persisting to this day, but something happened in the west. something which saw a temporary end to the human experiment in Europe. A second study conducted last year on female remains found in the Czechia provides a clue. While carbon dating is yet to confirm an age for her death, changes in her genes hinted at a date even further back than 45,000 years. More importantly, the Paleolithic woman's ancestry wasn't closely related to early modern Europeans or Asians. Whatever happened to her and her kin, their story wasn't an enduring one. It is curious to note that around the same time, also the last Neanderthals went extinct. An archaeologist from the University of Bologna. It would have taken a fresh wave of human emigration from this central hub some 7,000 years later to repopulate the West and seed lineages that would go on to produce the rich array of cultures we see today. Just where this temporary hub of humanity might be found and what prompted its populations to set off again and again is a matter for future archaeologists to figure out. If we've learned nothing else, it's clear we shouldn't make too many assumptions when it comes to the story of how modern humanity made its way around the world. It's clear we shouldn't make too many assumptions. Yeah, that's good. Too many assumptions. I don't know why this map is kind of crooked. That's bizarre. But I've been reading. I've been informing myself on ancient human history. And yeah, out of Africa is BS. I didn't realize there was so much out there to prove that. Oh, I'm glad you feel better, PJ. Let me see. Just smash my jaw without feeling it. You'll feel it later, though. Hello, Teenager Swords House. You're saying hello to everybody. No mistakes, just happy little accidents. Esther, bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Muy bien, soy bien. Getting better with conversational Spanish. Oh, qué bueno. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, muy bien. ¿Y tú? Tú, by the way, is very familiar. At least, I don't know, what kind of Spanish are you trying to learn? Because usted is the not so familiar version. Getting better with conversation. Oh, yeah. TLDR, we've basically scratched the surface of where we really came from and have basically been lied to the whole time about our true origins. Yeah. Small people may live on island. Small humans. That's not the one. Really? Well, that's interesting. Evolved twice? Hold on. Let me look at the... Because there was another one here that I could tie right into this one. Oh, done charging. Cool. All right. Scientists say maybe species of hobbit-like humanoids there it is. So actually, before we get into the time thing, if you guys want, this ties directly into what we're just reading. So check this shit out. Futurism brings us, scientists say there may be a species of hobbit-like humanoids hiding on an island. If they're on an island, that means their population genetically is probably having issues. ISIS destroys Temple of Baal and UN reports 2015. Sorry, Bell, not Ball. Okay, still shitty. The oceans were the Himalayas for the ancients. Oh, the oceans were the highways for the ancients. They were not a barrier. Yeah, exactly. They found ancient Chinese lighthouse dated way before the Spanish got to South Africa. Oh, South America, sorry. They found ancient Chinese lighthouse dated way before this. No way. Really? Can you send me that? Are you okay with me tooing you, or do I need usted? Now you can too me, bro. Yo, Aiken, link that up, dude. That's dope. So let's check this one out. I hadn't planned on talking about this one tonight, but it ties directly into that last article. These include reports of sightings by more than 30 eyewitnesses. So here's their little heads. It's been nearly 20 years since the bones of a hobbit-like humanoid species were found on the Indonesian island of Flores. And according to one researcher, there may be more than ancient bones. In an essay for the Scientist magazine, retired ethnobiologist Gregory Forth describes why he believes homo-florensis, as they were called by the famous late anthropologist Mike Morwood, when he found the Pleistocene era bones on Florens in 2004, may still be alive and well in the forests of the island. More woods, okay, given their size, if they've got forests plural, then I'm sure they're healthy. Then they're fine. Morwood's discovery of H. florensis rocked the scientific world. When he first reported his findings, in Forth's words, it was tantamount to the discovery of a space alien. This humanoid species, dubbed the Hobbit by pop culture, was presumed to be extinct. But as Forth details in his forthcoming book, oh, that's right, his name is Forth. In his forthcoming book, oh, that's a pun. That's a pun, guys. It's forthcoming. Between ape and human, a local tribe called the Leo have described encounters with a diminutive creature which he believes may be one and the same as H. florensis. My aim in writing the book was to find the best explanation, that is, the most rational and empirically best supported of Leo accounts of the creatures. Forth wrote, these include reports of sightings by more than 30 eyewitnesses, all of whom I spoke with directly, and I conclude that the best way to explain what they told me is that a non-sapiens hominin had survived on Florens to the present or very recent times. The ethnobiologist describes how in Leo mythology, humans can transform into other species as part of moving into new environments and adopting new ways of life. A myth, according to his description of his fieldwork, which could suggest a connection between humans and their H. florensis ancestors. Though he leaves the physiological details of this purportedly uncontacted humanoid species to be read in his book, Forth does note that the Leo people find the ape man's appearance as something incompletely human, which, by his estimation, is problematic and disturbing to this indigenous group. He also stumbles onto an indictment of anthropology as a whole, which many critics have rightfully called out for its imperialist history and racism. Indictment of anthropology as a whole. Paleontologists and other life scientists would do well to incorporate such indigenous knowledge into continuing investigations of hominin evolution in Indonesia and elsewhere. Researchers may not yet have a smoking gun, but his assessment of his field is spot on. So yeah, they think that these guys might still be alive and roaming these forests. And there's more than 30 eyewitnesses. More than 30 people have said, yeah, I've seen one of them. What if they're like mini Bigfoots? What if they're little foots? BRB, got to get the wife. All right, Aiken, see you in a little bit. There's remains of ancient Chinese coastal settlements on the U.S. West Coast as well. No way. Ancient Chinese coastal sediments. What? Y'all send me links. Let me see if I got any messages here. All right, not from you guys. Oh, man. I didn't know about that. I'll have to check that out. Oh, hi, Laszlo. They are wrong. It's just Peter Dinklage making fun of us running around there. I'll just Lord Haster. Better late than never. What about the forthcoming? Give that man a medal. Right? 3 is usually the tops. The woke cult wants anthropology canceled. Well, no, he is right though about the Western centricities of anthropology. They in the past very much dismissed local knowledge and local word of mouth. They were like, that's not true. That doesn't line up with the Bible, etc., etc., etc. So that was a very common thing. That's why Latinos don't have a lot of our history, because it was burned by the fucking Spaniards. Because they're like, I don't know if this is a history book or a religious book, so we're gonna burn it. This one too, burn. They're just chucking them over their shoulder into the fire. So he's not wrong. Yes, there are several ancient Chinese boat wrecks on the west coast. The Chinese anchors were found all up and down the west coast. No way. That is nuts. I did not know that. That is badass. Okay, I'll have to look into that, man. I'll have to look into that. But in the meantime, the article you've all been waiting for. Here it is. Time might not exist, according to physicists and philosophers. But that's okay. From The Conversation. Doo-doo-doo. I wish I had some kind of a sci-fi opening I could throw on for that, but oh well. I don't. All right, governor. Let's do it. Let's read this shit. Time might not exist. Does time exist? The answer to... Way too small. Does time exist? That still works. Does time exist? The answer to this question may seem obvious. Of course it does. Just look at a calendar or a clock. But developments in physics suggest the non-existence of time is an open possibility, and one that we should take seriously. How can that be, and what would it mean? It'll take a little while to explain, but don't worry. Even if time doesn't exist, our lives will go on as usual. A crisis in physics. Physics is in crisis. For the past century or so, we have explained the universe with two wildly successful physical theories, general relativity and quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics describes how things work in the incredibly tiny world of particles and particle interactions. General relativity describes the big picture of gravity and how objects move. Both theories work extremely well in their own right, but the two are thought to conflict with one another, though the exact nature of the conflict is controversial. Scientists generally agree both theories need to be replaced with a new, more general theory. Physicists want to produce a theory of quantum gravity that replaces general relativity and quantum mechanics, while capturing the extraordinary success of both. Such a theory would explain how gravity's big picture works at the miniature scale of particles. We've talked about quantum gravity before, actually, and I've talked about it on other shows when I've talked about how I don't believe in the graviton. I don't believe the graviton is a particle that we're going to find. I think it's a simpleton's explanation for gravity. Time in quantum gravity. It turns out that producing a theory of quantum gravity is extraordinarily difficult. One attempt to overcome the conflict between the two theories is string theory. String theory replaces particles with strings vibrating in as many as 11 dimensions. However, string theory faces a further difficulty. String theories provide a range of models that describe a universe broadly like our own, but they don't really make any clear predictions that can be tested and tested by experiments to figure out which model is the right one. In the 1980s and 1990s, many physicists became dissatisfied with string theory and came up with a range of new mathematical approaches to quantum gravity. One of the most prominent of these is loop quantum gravity. There we go. That's the one I've talked about, which proposes that the fabric of space and time is made of a network of extremely small discrete chunks or loops. One of the remarkable aspects of loop quantum gravity is that it appears to eliminate time entirely. Loop quantum gravity is not alone in abolishing time. A number of other A number of other approaches also seem to remove time as a fundamental aspect of reality. Emergent time. Oh, so I've actually said that I feel like gravity is an emergent force. Apparently, they're saying that time is an emergent force. So let's find out. So we know we need a new physical theory to explain. Oh my God. I'm tired. Well, I'm going to scroll up so I don't lose my spot. There we go. So we know we need a new physical theory to explain the universe, and that this theory might not feature time. Suppose such a theory turns out to be correct. Would it follow that time does not exist? It's complicated, and it depends what we mean by exist. Theories of physics don't include any tables, chairs, or people, yet we still accept that tables, chairs, and people exist. Why? Because we assume that such things exist at a higher level than the level described by physics. We say that tables, for example, emerge from an underlying physics of particles whizzing around the universe. But while we have a pretty good sense of how a table might be made out of fundamental particles, we have no idea how time might be made out of something more fundamental. So unless we can come up with a good account of how time emerges, it is not clear we can simply assume time exists. Time might not exist at any level. Time and agency. Let me just see how far this goes. Oh, cool, not far. Saying that time does not exist at any level is like saying that there are no tables at all. Trying to get by in a world without tables might be tough, but managing in a world without time seems positively disastrous. Our entire lives are built around time. We plan for the future in light of what we know about the past. We hold people morally accountable for their past actions, with an eye to reprimanding them later on. We believe ourselves to be agents, entities that can do things, in part because we can plan to act in a way that will bring about changes in the future. But what's the point of acting to bring about a change in the future when, in a very real sense, there is no future to act for? What's the point of punishing someone for a past action when there is no past and so apparently no such action? The discovery that time does not exist would seem to bring the entire world to a grinding halt. We would have no reason to get out of bed. Business as usual. There is no way out of the mess. While physics might eliminate time, it seems to leave causation intact. The sense in which one thing can bring about another. Perhaps what physics is telling us then is that causation and not time is the basic feature of our universe. If that's right, then agency can still survive. Oh yeah, if that's right, then agency can still survive, for it is possible to reconstruct a sense of agency entirely in casual terms. At least that's what Christy Miller, Jonathan Talent, and I argue in our new book. We suggest the discovery that time does not exist may have no direct impact on our lives, even while it propels physics into a new era. Yeah. So what's up? Time might not exist. What do you guys think about that? Hold on, I gotta...
72%? What the hell? You running a channel or a car wash? Why everybody leaving?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm exhausted today. So I'm probably not gonna do much work after this. I'm just gonna go to bed. Where am I? This is gonna be good. You see about all the advancements on Oak Island, Kai, this season? Oak Island? Is it a show? And if it is, my response should tell you everything you need to know. As much hair I have all over my body, I could be called Sasquatch, but just a little one. I hear you, man. I'm hairy too. Time is just a measure of other things, perturbations per second stuff that like coulombs per second. Man created the clock and calendar to try to control the uncontrollable. I think it was for us to try to keep track of things, not necessarily control it, because it helped us with farming and stuff. Man created the clock and calendar to try to control the uncontrollable. Here's the new theory: gravity is magnetism. The Higgs boson is the shape of the toroid magnetic field. The Higgs boson is the shape of the toroid magnetic field? No shit. Here's the new theory. So where's this new theory? Everything is electromagnetism? Got you, man. You know what? I'm down with that theory. Gravity is magnetism. I like it. All right, cool. That makes a lot of sense. Because magnetism, like it works the same. And there's non-magnetic things, but you can make non-magnetic things magnetic. We're starting to find out we can do incredible things with materials and magnets and stuff that we didn't know were possible. So yeah, what else you got for me, Elroy? Is that like an official theory somewhere? Everything is electromagnetism. Neat stuff, but YouTube's 200 character post limit makes it hard to reflect on all this stuff. Well, use multiple posts if you have to. That's fine. I don't care. Theoria Aposeis YouTube channel is a good channel for EM. Don't underestimate him yet. Don't understand him yet. Theoria, you know what? I'm just going to copy paste that instead of trying to type it out. Oops. The Jack show is still going. Oh my God. That's nuts. Okay. Theoria Aposeis. Okay, let's see. About. Hello, my name is Ken. I translate ancient Pali or Pi, Greek, and am former Russian translator. I write books and articles on metaphysics, specifically Neoplatonic, earliest Pythagorean emanationism, earliest Buddhist and Upanishadic philosophy, etc. Etc. So, along these lines. I extensively review photographic equipment and especially lenses. Likewise, I'm a part-time product photographer and land speculator. I am a lifelong and deeply enthusiastic studier of field theory and specifically magnetism, for which I have written a book on same now in its third edition. Ooh, Bitcoin. Okay, cool. That's not a bad idea. I could put I could put my wallet for people to send me cryptocurrencies. Very cool. I am subscribing. I love I have plans for electromagnetism in my books. I have some stuff I'm going to do with the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Then again, I guess I'm going to see where I'm at spiritually and as a writer by the time I get to that point. I will. I'm more of a meathead astrophysicist. I rarely grasp the basics of all this stuff. It's one of those things that if you just keep going, okay, well, you don't necessarily grasp it. You just keep looking and gathering pieces of the puzzle. Eventually, you're going to have enough pieces that you're going to form a picture in your mind. You're going to say, you know what? I didn't get this before, but now that all this has come together, it's starting to paint a picture. It's starting to make sense to me. So maybe it's it's like that for you. Don't feel discouraged, Laszlo. Kai Oak Island is an island in Nova Scotia that has Spanish and Portuguese treasure buried in it. Also, a show on History Channel about their endeavor to excavate the treasure. Why does it sound familiar? Nova Scotia. Oh no, I'm thinking of an island here in Canada region that supposedly has buried treasure that's also never been found. Huh. All right. Oak Island. So, what was your question about progress? Did they discover anything? Or were you referencing the show? They have levitated a daisy and a super powerful electromagnetic along with the frog. Let me try this again. They have levitated a daisy and a super powerful electromagnetic along with the frog, several other non-ferrous objects in an experiment they've done years ago. It's on YouTube, I think, still. Really? Daisy and super powerful electromagnetic and a super powerful electromagnetic what? Along with the frog, several other non-ferrous objects. I'm not quite following along there, bud. Let me see. Let me see. Electromagnetic levitate frog. SciShow. Everything is magnetic. Moving water with magnets and levitating frogs. Netherlands. British and Dutch scientists make frog float in midair. Huh. I'm not sure. This is 12th April 1987. British and Dutch scientists, using a giant magnetic field, have made a frog float in midair and might even be able to do the same thing with human being. Is this the one? Huh. If you could send me what specifically the video you want me to see, I'd love to see it, because I've got a few different options here. I'm going to search around, but fuck, it's starting to hurt. Not the jaw, but the damn flesh. That sucks, dude. Yeah, I hope you got a prescription for painkillers. Thanks, Mod, whoever let that one through. Just saying you might like it. Yes, they have located the treasure, it seems. No shit. The Curse of Oak Island. What? Oak Island, Nova Scotia. Okay. I'll check that out later. Thanks, BJ. Yeah, Ken Wheeler. Love that dude. Very smart. Ken Wheeler, is that who I should be looking up? Thanks, guy. It takes time to know time, pun intended. Who is they, Elroy? Elroy. They're levitating the gay frogs. They're levitating the gay frog. Oh, man. My voice is not. They're levitating the gay frogs, I tell you. There it goes. I have to get it in the right spot or else it hurts. Shredding. Interesting. Hello, Roy. Oh, sorry. Interesting. Got you. Ken also made alligator wallets. Okay. Okay. So let me see. Ken Wheeler. The first website that comes up, Ken Wheeler is wrong about almost everything, aka the angry photographer, aka Theoria Apophasis, is a YouTuber. He's best known for his reviews, cameras, and lenses. So there's a whole website dedicated to him being wrong. What douchebags. Howdy, Poe. Good to see you, man. The prince is here. Glad to see you too, man. And another monster. Y'all both came in at the same time. Where were you together? Doing an Alex Jones impression kills my throat too. Yeah, you kind of, because if it's too high up and too far forward, it hurts. But when you kind of gotta go a little deeper. You go a little deeper, you get a little scratchy. Okay, that one got a little painful there. But you really can't do an Alex Jones. Fuck. Sorry, that was a bit much. Can't quite. Nah, I guess I'm not. I can't do it. I need more water. Get a backhoe and dig that island up down to bedrock. Should find anything if it's there. Alex Jones is hot. If you're not following me on Instagram, fuck you. Yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, I got all my links down in the description. But shit, man. We got into some stuff today. That was fun. So time might be an illusion. I really want to see where quantum loop theory goes. I think that has the most promise out of all these things that I've heard. All these alternate proposals. Alex Jones is also bankrupt. No, he's not. No, he's not. But yeah. Well, shit, y'all. I guess it's time to play another clip, eat a cookie, and very shortly call it a night. But I want to say hi to the people I just came in, chat with you guys a little bit, and see if I can get a little clarification on this. Who is this Ken Wheeler guy? And is he the one levitating frogs? I know I'm following another monster on IG. I have my own money. I'll take care of him. Tennis ball? Maybe. Let's see what everyone wants. Does everyone want a tennis ball? Or maybe what's it called? The South Park episode where Randy guesses wrong. Or the shooting hoops. Kids shooting hoops. What are you guys thinking? Ghosts need to believe in themselves. Suicide note. Fighting cancer. That'll come if I do play tennis ball. If I play tennis ball, I play fighting cancer right after. But it's time to wind down. Did he? Let's find out. Okay, let's find out. Wow. It looks like, yeah, you're right. Oh. Alex Jones's InfoWars files. Oh, Alex Jones's InfoWars files for bankruptcy amid Sandy Hook lawsuits. Numerous defamation suits have found the conspiracy theorist liable for claiming the shooting was a hoax. Facts matters. Okay. Companies affiliated with conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, including right-wing outlet InfoWars, filed for bankruptcy protections. Filed for bankruptcy protections on Sunday. Okay. So the thing is, it looks like this is a move to defend himself against like getting drained of all his money. And so, because his priority is continuing the fight and informing people and whatnot. So, bankruptcy protections on Sunday. The move comes after Jones lost numerous defamation lawsuits for falsely claiming that the Sandy Hook shooting was a hoax. The bankruptcy filing could pause civil cases against the companies, which include not only InfoWars, but InfoWars Health, a store that sells nutritional supplements, and Prison Planet, an outlet for British YouTuber and proponent of New Right. Read Navigus ideology, Paul Joseph Watson. Oh, for all of them? That sucks. After the 2012 mass shooting claimed the lives of 26 people, including 20 first graders, Jones falsely described the victims and their parents as crisis actors. Isn't that the one where there was a crisis actor? Where there was a guy that was like laughing and joking around before? Because I know there was a shooting where there was a guy who was the dad of one of the kids, and before he went on to talk to the news, he was like joking around and laughing with some guys and shit, with some people like off to the side. And then when it was time to go on stage, he's like, and then he went up on stage and was all crying and I'm devastated. Like, dog, we just saw you over here laughing. Fuck off. Is that the same one? Is that the same incident? We got to get good story to keep Kai up longer. I don't count other people's pockets, just my own. Good man. Bubba, I'm smarter. Don't put talk me. Who you who you talking about to? Another monster? Don't out talk me. I don't follow. I don't think you're talking to me because I wasn't saying nothing. What is time? It is whatever you want to call it, as you can never really say what it is. Bankruptcy is still some BS. Okay. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes again. They filed for protection, not bankruptcy. Okay. Got you. Santa Surfing was talking about real raw news. Okay, so bankruptcy protection. After the 2012 mass shooting claimed 26 people, first graders, claimed victims were crisis actors participating in a conspiracy to allow the government to seize guns. Due to Jones's lies, the parents of the victims were inundated with harassment and death threats. According to the New York Times, the family of Sandy Hook victim, this kid, Noah Posner, currently lives in hiding due to the persistent harassment they've experienced since the shooting. Jones later walked back his claims after multiple parents filed defamation lawsuits against him, blaming his earlier beliefs on a form of psychosis. In September 2021, Jones lost 2 defamation lawsuits in Texas after a judge ruled that he had engaged in persistent discovery abuses by failing to turn over important documents related to the case, noting that an escalating series of judicial admonishments, monetary penalties, and non-dispositive sanctions have all been ineffective at deterring the abuse. In November, Jones lost an additional lawsuit in Connecticut for failing to turn over documents. It's unclear what ultimate effect the bankruptcy filing will have, but according to CNN, it could allow the companies to stay in business by giving them a path to offload debts they can't afford. The Sandy Hook families and their lawyers have previously accused Jones of siphoning off $18 million to shell companies to avoid having to pay damages. Alex Jones is just delaying the inevitable public trial in which he will be held accountable for his profit-driven campaign of lies against the Sandy Hook families who have brought this lawsuit, said Christopher Mattei, a lawyer for the Connecticut plaintiffs, in a statement to CNN. Texas jurors were scheduled to meet this month to determine how much Jones owes the plaintiffs. An additional trial in Connecticut is scheduled to begin in September. Real quick, real urgent. Minority rule, corruption, disinformation, yada, yada. Okay, so he's just looking for protections from that so it doesn't sink the various businesses. Okie dokie. Well, that's good to know. I didn't realize that was a thing that you could do. All right. See, this is a good... I had my Instagram open over here. This is a good quote for the Alex Jones thing there. The problem... No, your problem isn't the problem. Your reaction is the problem. And he's like, yeah, I'm getting sued, but I'm not going to go down. Like, my ship's not going to sink over this. Let me see. Santa, but that was, I remember when there was that one dad that went out and spoke and was like laughing, and then he went up and he was like, I was like, dude, like, I know there's a lot of like shootings that happens, but what the fuck was that? That was highly suspect. Santa Surfing was talking about Real Raw News. Okay, go. What are you talking about, Poe? I mean, what are you talking about, Another Monster? Are you talking shit to Poe? Let me double check. I like Poe. Be nice to Poe. There's also a woman that was at several of the school shootings as a parent. Oh, yeah, that'll raise some flags. Yeah, and wasn't there some of the kids had been traced to having grown up? Some of the supposed kids that had died in, like, oh look, they're still alive. That's weird, right? There was also a woman that I remember that spooky. How he could just turn on the waterworks like that after laughing? Yeah, it's actors, dude. That's what they do. I apologize. What? If I missed something, then yeah. Did you see the meme about the Dyson ball cleaner? Dyson ball cleaner? No, I don't know anything about that. False flags and actors everywhere. Seriously, like this New York subway bullshit, dude. Yeah, Another Monster. If you're drinking every day, I would recommend against that. That's not a good long-term plan. The sad part is that there is usually some truth. There really are victims, and the false crap hurts the actual victims even more. Yeah, exactly. Yo, this sometimes y'all might hear about this terrorist shooting here in San Bernardino, like right near me. I haven't talked about it to any locals for a long time, but back when it was happening, I was talking about it with locals. I was like, "Yo, does this shit seem fake to you?" And they were like, "Yup." Yeah, this shit they're saying on the news did not line up with what any of us were hearing from our cop friends. People with friends in the police department were getting texts saying, "Hey, stay away from theaters and malls. Like, there was 3 guys. We got 2 of them. One of them got away. We're looking for them, etc., etc." And then the news was quiet. Every other shooting, every other event, they're plastering people's names up. They're like, "Oh, they're just they can't wait to get the news out quick enough." With this one, they were keeping it under wraps. And then once it came out, like what happened, it was like, "Oh, there's a couple of radicalized Muslims with like a baby and all this stuff." I was like, what the fuck? The woman's postpartum depression convinced her to go radical. I was like, that doesn't make sense. And what she was like, "Hey babe, do you want to go jihad on like a post office or some shit?" Yeah. Like, how did she? What? No. What the fuck? And then the person they originally blamed was a former Marine. And so they were like, "Oh no, that looks bad." Man, that Alex Jones impression got my throat. And so then they switched it to that guy's brother. His wife had a baby though. So we're like, "Oh, both of them did it together." And then, weirdest part, the news people, the news crew was let into their house by a realtor. The house was not fenced off. It wasn't like, they were just let into the house and they started walking around the house filming everything, just grabbing shit. They're like, look at this. Look, here's a picture of them. Like, I've never seen that before. I have never seen that level of irresponsible journalism and policing. Both utter failure there. So they're walking, and then they have access to this house, but nobody stops to assume that maybe someone else could have had access to that house, because the only evidence that they found saying that, oh yeah, these people were radicalized, was a Quran, right? No, it's Islam. Is that the Quran? Yeah. I think it's the Quran. Is with like highlighted text and like notes that show that they were radicalized. Like, that's it? Really? Like, oh, yeah, look, they were radicalized. They had all the notes in the little holy book here. Oh, that's the proof. That's the only fucking proof. Bullshit. The whole thing is bullshit. I call fucking bullshit on all of it. Yeah, the shooting happened or whatever. That was real, but the blame, that was all bullshit. That was absolutely falsified, and they sent in an FBI agent that is a good, upstanding person to. I think that they sent a good, upstanding agent to find planted evidence. They planted evidence, then they sent that guy in. He found it. He was like, "Yep, it looks like they were radicalized." So lack of critical thinking. But yeah, absolutely ridiculous. That whole thing was suspect. The whole fucking thing was suspect. So if y'all ever hear about the terrorist shooting in San Bernardino, bullshit. Fuck that thing. Fuck that. Bubba, Tito's and Absolute here. Vodka? Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't notice you're talking to another monster there. I saw that too. Kind of fishy how all these crisis actors, or victims, happen to show up at all the shootings all over the country. Yeah, it is a little weird, right? Vodka is the best sauce. Why doesn't he show some of that stuff? Why doesn't he pull that stuff out? Like, I'm making the claims based on this stuff. Look, same lady, this dad, etc. Like, why doesn't he just go hard, like go ham on that shit? He's got the resources to do the investigation on that. Vodka's the best sauce. Okay, so we can go west, and I'm the king of wishful thinking. No, we cool now. Me and another mouse. We cool. All right, cool, good. You always think I'm talking shit. It's mostly a mistake. Mostly. Yeah, but apparently I was reading it pretty correctly here that there was some kind of issue. No link in the chat to come on. No link in the chat to come. Oh, no, I don't do that. The link in the chat, there is a link pinned to the top of the chat. It's to donate to Storyman Jack's GoFundMe because he had a house fire a couple days ago. On 420, his house burned. So I was like, yo, Storyman Jack, you're doing it wrong. But the majority of the shooters are relatives of federal agents, which is less than 1% of the population. It's like there is a pattern here or something. But yeah, no, I don't. I'll have people I'll have people on sometimes during the week. I'm trying some new stuff. Like tomorrow, for anyone that's still here, tomorrow I'm talking about Atlantis with my friend Jenny. And is his name Thade? I think Thade. He was in the chat the other day, last week when we were talking with Pete and Purple. So we're going to be talking about Atlantis tomorrow. But if I have someone on like during the week, I'll send them specifically an invite to bring them on. But since I'm wrapping up the show, I'm not sending out any invites right now. Pardon me. The majority of the shooters are relatives of federal agents. Oh, what? Of the shooters? Oh, really? I thought I was victims for some reason. Morning, Deej. Good. How you doing, man? Buenos dias. But I did not mean to do that, Elroy. He's my boy. I do that to Elroy. Okay. Yeah. Elroy's cool. I like Elroy. Hi, Paul. How you doing? The powers that be really need to keep the masses at each other and full of fear so we don't band together and resist their bullcrap. Yeah, like it's one of those things that like one day all of a sudden you see my face on the news like this guy committed a mass shooting. Kai, a sci-fi author, just fucking lost it one day and did a mass shooting. And then you guys are like, wait, Kai has said multiple times on his show that he doesn't own a gun. And he, in fact, Kai has said, a bit arrogantly perhaps, that if an apocalypse shows up, a zombie apocalypse shows up, if something goes down, he's just going to take other people's guns. That's why he doesn't need one. So, if that ever does happen, please raise the alarm bells, because I am being, what's it called? Psyoped. I'm being used for a psyop. It's BS. No. The only issue is with Steve Kenobi, I promise you. Okay. Let me see. Arlene agreed. Deej is here. Let's go, Brandon. Evening, Kai and Chatty folks. How's it going, Eve? Thanks for joining us. Creepy Little Book is awesome. He is awesome. Great talking to about all this, all the esoteric, magical, the hidden, the occult, all that stuff. It's great. Oh, hell yeah. Atlantis Talk is one of my things. Now, well, you're getting it tomorrow, buddy. I love that creepy little Pete. Pete is great. All right, now we're all just sucking Pete's dick. Yeah, there's also issues with a certain fat bastage. Yeah, I know that's the one, your one like legitimate issues with someone is that your little hashtags there. I think your hashtags for toxic man flu are a little bit misplaced though, but whatever, it's up to you. I can't really convince you of shit. We all make our decisions based on personal experience. Can't say the word metal protector. Can't say it. What, like I can't say it here on the YouTubes? Whatever. People straight up pulled out their guns. I'm like, oh, this is my gun. I think Shellback did that without asking me if it was okay. Shellback straight pulled out his pistol. And when I had him on one time, I was like, God damn it, Shellback. But it worked out. YouTube didn't seem to care. So I was like, all right, cool. Now I know. But yeah, either way, I'm getting out of here, y'all. It's time to wrap it up. So I guess I want to play something funny or happy for you guys real quick. What do I play?
How do I reach these kids?
Okay, I'm going to play Son of a Bitch. I just lost it. I'm going to play this one before I go. Real quick before I go, I'm going to play...
Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Helps me forget about my cancer.
Where is that pussy cancer anyway? Well, we couldn't find cancer, but we found a man with cancer. Take that, cancer! And that...
So yeah, thanks, Laszlo. I will do that from now on. Yeah, I didn't know that YouTube did that. They put me on a little list of like, don't promote this channel. Is that what it is? Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, sorry, Court. It's time to go to bed. Bye. I'll look for the lighthouse thing. Thank you, Aiken. I'll look for that too myself, or I'll try to remember to do that. Good night, good morning, and all that happy crap. Yeah, see you, Deej. You have a great day, man. I hope we forget about my crippling depression. Later's all in chat. You're funny as fuck. Thanks, Laszlo. Also, chat is funny too. I think he's talking to chat though. Y'all do kick ass. I appreciate you. Bouncy Castles, that kid will knock the wall down if he keeps this up. Hey, monster. Great. Now I feel bad about laughing at cancer. Hey, at least we beat up cancer immediately after that. You know, thank you, making movies, singing songs, fighting around the world. Russell Crowe. Thank you, Russell Crowe. Live chat still hidden in replays in Australia. Really? Do you? So I noticed that in the replay, it minimizes it up to like in your like the top right corner of your screen. It's like a thin bar. It's a thin bar that says show chat replay. You click that, it pulls it up. It's like it like drops down out of nowhere. On Robert Seffer's channel, I've noticed that I didn't realize that like pretty much all of his videos are premieres. And then I started noticing that there's a chat button in the top right corner and it pulls out the whole fucking chat. So check for me. Let me know if that's the case or not. But yeah, green is not a creative color. It's as creative as any other color. But I'm out here, y'all. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of hope. Hugs and kisses. I will see you tomorrow for Atlantis chat. Until then, have a wonderful, beautiful, lovely Friday.
Second star to the right. And straight on till morning.
Set a course. For home.
I'm reading an ion storm on that trajectory, sir. Should I go around it?
We can't be afraid of the wind, Ensign. Take us to Warp 4.
It is the unknown that defines our existence. We are constantly searching, not just for answers to our questions, but for new questions. We are explorers. We explore our lives, day by day. And we explore the galaxy, trying to expand the boundaries of our knowledge. And that is why I am here. Not to conquer you with weapons or with ideas, but to coexist and learn.
Let's see what's out there. Engage.